Bro, why was I fucking muted? That's crazy. I've just been talking to myself. What's up, guys? What's up, Will Gonzo Rock? Tay, Zingy Game, Sagier. Thank you guys for letting me know. Yeah, I had no idea. How did I enjoy War Dogs? Oh, it was a lot of fun. I have a video, pretty much, it needs a couple more finishing touches, and then it'll be ready to post. I can post it today. It's going to be a two-parter stream today. What's up, King Sundered? It's going to be a two-parter stream today. So we're going to... The plan for this morning is I want to see if they actually drop the Steam frame today. When does Valve usually announce hardware? Hold on. Let's see. Go, Daisy. Hey, gaming. Oh, perfect. It's already here. How you doing today, King Sundered? Happy Monday, guys. Happy Monday. Yeah, War Dogs. Bro, I have a full-length video. I say full-length. It's not going to be a super long video, but oh my goodness, there was a... Dude, I got up to some bullshit, okay? I... Off-stream yesterday, okay? I did some funny business. It was kind of awesome. I don't know if everybody's gonna like it, but dude, it was so funny. It was so funny, bro. Yeah, I should be posting that later. What's up, Muted Spectre? Let me on this thing! Oh, perfect! Look at this, man. What's up, guys? This is what a fun game, man. Oh my god! How does that work? It's incredible. So what I was... Okay, why do I not have my chat? My YouTube chat, what the hell? What's up, Stolas Plays 22 Oreos? What's up? Hold on. My YouTube chat is not on my second mic. Is the Steam frame actually coming today? Hopefully. That's the hope. Run that Steam frame hopium today. There we go. That should be the perfect volume. Okay. Let's see. When does Valve usually do hardware releases? Steam, controller. Or we said Monday and I'm still hoping. I mean, that's what everything is pointing towards. Have I reconciled with the Marathon community? Here's the thing. I don't give a shit if whatever Twitter community hates me, because like I don't care. Like and by reconcile, what do you mean? Like, I'm not going to say sorry for saying that Marathon sucks right now, because it does. Like the people who are obsessed about me asking for a refund as a joke, like, bro, I don't care to get those people's approval. They can continue having a tantrum over it. I don't care. It's kind of funny. It's kind of awesome. I say I don't care. That's not the correct take. The correct take is I think it's funny, and I hope they keep doing it. Thought you were talking about America sucking for a second. Well, that does too. But no, we're talking about Marathon. Where the fuck? Steam controller. Where is the Steam blog post? Remember, you're on Forever... Yeah, Forever Guardian 87. Oh my goodness. What's the command for that? It's exclamation point... Fuck, what was it? Hold on. I'll bring up Nightbot. Does anybody know the Twitch command? What was the command? We have a command for that guy. The copy pasta. Yes, there is a command. Hold on. What the fuck? Oh, here it is. Exclamation point check paycheck. Shout out Forever Guardian 87, wherever that guy is. Okay. I just have a copy pasta notes tab. Don't need it. We got a command. Okay. So it looks like they usually announce it on Mondays at about noon. It would appear. So they're not gonna... We might do a short... Nah, I shouldn't do an editing stream. I don't know. When did it... Hold on. When did they announce the Steam Machine? Hold on. Steam Machine announced. Steam Machine launches today. Yeah, it's going to be it. It's not going to be for another 3 hours. You know what? That'll be the... Okay, yeah. Yeah, no, we can make that. We can make that work. My concern is I just want to make sure I have enough time to finish up today's video on the break period before we play Peak. You playing all this Kirby Dream Land music, but where's the Kirby Dream Land 3 stream? I don't think I've ever played a Kirby game ever. What's up, Tanky? What's up, Tanky and Corp? How you doing, buddy? Steam Frame. Steam Frame releases tomorrow. Valve just leaked the Steam Frame. Is there any good informational stuff we got here? Steam Frame release date, live stream, will it launch today? Is this just like an animation? Let's check the damn. Is this guy even talking about it? That's it? There's nothing happening. I need something to feed my brain here. It's probably not coming out today. There's no way it doesn't come out today. We all, like, listen. If it doesn't come out today, then what are we doing? Like, it's the 30th anniversary for Valve. What's up, Frost? Oh my god, wait, it's finally coming out? I mean, bro. It's gotta. It better. How you doing today, Frost? It's Valve's 30th anniversary, okay? On Friday, they leaked all of the videos, all of the official videos for it. There's no, it's a Monday. It's the end of August. They said it would come out in the summer of 2026. Like, it has to be today, unless it's next week. But it's probably today. There's no way it doesn't come out today. Doing good, debating whether I should start learning Blender. I mean, it depends on what you want to use it for. Like, Blender is just like such a complex tool that you can use for so many things. Like, I'd recommend it. Just like go into it not expecting to be able to do anything impressive until you have like a few hundred hours in it, though. And like specifically look up tutorials on the thing that you want to do specifically. Like if you want to do sculpting, look up tutorials for that. Look up tutorials for composition, for rendering. Blender donut tutorial. The donut tutorial is decent to get a overall explanation on the general application of most of the features of Blender, but you might not need all of it. Also, the donut tutorial guy is like an AI shill now. Let me see. I'm pretty sure I saw that there's a new one that's pretty good. This is probably a lot better. I think, honestly, you might be better looking at this, because here's the thing. The Blender Donut tutorial gives you a good overview in all the basic features of Blender. But it's like a 4-hour-long video, and you're just feeding this guy's, like, AI pivot. Like, I don't know if he posts about it much on YouTube at all, but he's an AI shill now. And I would be apprehensive to support his stuff. It is a very heated topic, but it's happening whether we like it or not. Yeah. This talk, I explain why I believe 3D artists have a superpower in the age of AI. It's a big technological shift, but it won't replace you if you don't let it. Yes, regardless of where you sit in the aisle, please be respectful to each other in the comments. So, I don't know. I don't know to what degree he thinks AI is like a usable tool, or how much he thinks he can just use it as a way to make... I don't know. I've not looked into his position thoroughly, but I would say that I don't know. I wouldn't want to give him 5 hours of ad revenue. Blender Guru with the donut background. I mean, yeah, that's the donut guy out. You fucking donut. Let's see. There's got to be something about the Steam Frame. Steam Frame announcement. We can watch the Steam hardware announcement. I don't think I've watched this since it came out. Hold on, let's watch it again.
Hey everyone!
Oh my good, hello there.
This is Steam Deck. Steam Deck is our powerful, portable, handheld gaming PC.
Dude, I remember when Steam Deck... You guys remember when Steam Deck was the only Steam hardware? Oh my goodness. What's up, Poochie? What's good, buddy? TBH, I could use Blockbench first, which is basically Minecraft's version of Blender. I mean, yeah, again, it just depends on what you want to do with it. Because Blender, you can do everything 3D related. It's a super powerful tool. It's not like the best tool for any one thing, but for being free, it is the best general application 3D tool, and it can even do some non-3D stuff. Like you can even do like a little bit of video editing stuff.
That lets you take your Steam library with you anywhere. We're pretty proud of it. People who own Steam Decks have been playing everywhere, and we couldn't be happier with the response we've heard from all of you. We're excited to talk about the future of Steam Deck, but not today, because this isn't a video about the future of Steam Deck.
What?
This is a video about the future of Steam hardware. Today, we're announcing 3 new members of the Steam hardware lineup. All connect you with powerful PC gaming. All
We've got
are
2 of
optimized
the
for
3
gaming with Steam, and all are shipping in early 2026. Let's start with this one. Gaming with Steam, and all are shipping in early 2026.
One second. So yeah, about that, early 2026. Okay, so this was uploaded at November of last year. They said early 2026. January, February, March. Okay, that's the first quarter. April, May, June. That's the second quarter. July, August. End of August. Ooh. I mean, most of it did except for one device. 2 devices! We didn't get the... Like, I would consider early 2026 as being like the first third of 2026. Brother, what's up? Smooth mouthfeel. I would consider the first third of a year to be early in the year. Anything past that is not early. I'm pretty sure we got something after May. What was the release dates exactly? Regardless, I would not, like, I think we got all the devices like mid 2026 at this point. Steam Frame is trademarked by Valve with the US, an application filed September 2nd, 2025. AI fucked up the plans. I know the AI storage crisis is what's causing the issue with them getting them out because they don't know how to price it.
Let's start with this one.
I got my Steam controller.
This is the new Steam controller. The new Steam controller puts all of your Steam games at your fingertips so you can play wherever and however you want. Just like with Steam Deck, we want you to be able to play any game with your Steam controller.
I got it.
Even games never built with a controller in mind. It has all the great
What's up,
features from
Zilbrad?
Steam Deck.
Don't look
like
at the Steam charts for the hit game you
gyro,
love.
and
I already
back buttons.
tweeted about it.
All in a comfortable form factor.
I already tweeted about the
It's
Steam charts. They are looking pretty awful. I think today, the peak player count's going to go under 3,000. It's looking pretty rough.
Generation magnetic thumb.
Steam controller is still probably going to end up being the best. I mean, of the lineup, for most people, the controller is probably going to be the best for like the wider gaming community. Queued 26 minutes for rank today. Well, Zilbrad, that's partially because you live in Oceania. Should we do a SteamDB player count review? Oh my goodness. Hold on. What time is it? 1400 UTC. Let me see. Monday, 1400 UTC. Where were we at yesterday? Oh my God. Yeah, no, dude. This is... Jesus. Okay, we're going to do a short SteamDB pivot. My girl has fibromyalgia but loves to play Hogwarts on PC. Steam controller is most comfortable, easy to use with button presses. I'd say for PC, it's the most customizable to any game. Generally, have I ever watched SML? No. Is that you mean Super Mario Logan? I'm familiar, but I'm not like a watcher of his channel. What's up, Hero? How's it going? Yeah, Muted Spectre. For that specifically, I don't know anybody with fibromyalgia personally, so I can't recommend. But if there's, maybe you should like look up like ergonomic or disability controllers because those might be helpful. I'm not too sure on what exactly your situation is though. Had a Steam Deck with 1 terabyte storage and ended up selling it last year. Kind of cool if you don't have a PC, but legit never use it outside my home. I do, however, use my modded PS Vita all the time when traveling. Dude, when I go to China, I need to figure out I think the plan is when I go to China. Yo, what's up, Ozen? I think the plan is for China is to get a cheapish sort of mid-range gaming laptop when I get there, so I can do a little bit of streaming, editing, and recording stuff, so I can still upload a handful of videos while I'm out there. I think that's the move. Steam Deck is really cool though. I'm just not in the demographic for Steam Deck because I just play my computer, but yeah. Maybe if we run out of time, we should do a Steam frame spec deep dive in a comprehensive fashion, chip cameras, etc. I mean, we could do that today, honestly. I think, hold on. I could put that in another tab. Steam frame full specs. We could check that out. Because right now, we're waiting until around 11. What would that be? 10 Pacific. We're waiting until between 10 and 10:15 Pacific. Okay, hold on. Let me just pull up the Steam page. Up. How long will we be going to China? I think probably at least a month. I'm not sure. Like right now, with the state of this channel, I'm in a bit of an in-between spot because I think it might be the move to dial back on the hours I'm streaming a little bit more, unless there's a specific game. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I gotta like replay in my streaming. I am a little bit overdue for a bit of a mental refresher break. The last one I took where I like took a little trip to go like a few days to go somewhere was in February. Right now it's just too fucking hot, man. Like I'd go somewhere today or like any weekend, but it's just so hot still. But probably at least a month, maybe more. I don't know. I got to figure out a way to get up videos though, if it's going to be that long is the thing. But I do want to re-examine my content strategy. Give Glorp a vacation. I don't want to call it a vacation because this is like such a... Like saying that I'm working hard right now is like kind of insulting to anybody who has like a real job. Like I've had a real job before. This is like, I'd rather be doing this than any other real job. But the thing is, to find success in this sort of arena, you have to approach it with strategy. And the best way to have good strategy is to take a step back and be able to look at it with fresh eyes. And this channel was created after taking a step back and re-examining what I wanted to do. What's up, Astra? How's it going? All right. Yeah, no, Zilbrad just brought this up. Yeah, I know. We're down like literally 25% of players over the last week. And I think that's largely because the removal of Vault Breaker. But yeah, you can see 1,400 UTC, 1,900 players. Actually, maybe it's not the top of the hour. Let's do 13 because that's the last completed. 1,300 UTC, about 14. 1,300 UTC, 17. That's brutal. We hit under 1,000 players today? Yeah. Actually, no, we didn't. We got really close. We hit right around 1,000. It didn't go below, it looks like. But yeah, like literally 20-25% of players over the last week because they removed Vault Breaker. That's the biggest contributor to this player count decrease, I would say. Yeah, no, like as we get to the end of this season, it might even drop below 1,000 peak. I think definitely below 2,000, but it might even drop below. Like it's looking really bad unless they do some crazy shit with season 3. Yeah, it's at this point, unless even if season 3 is amazing, there's no hope for this game. I disagree. I think season 3 could be a banger, and it can get a ton more people in the door. Because anything can happen, right? But it is definitely looking pretty grim for the game. Also, doesn't help with the season ending in less than a month that there's little reason to jump in if you took any time off. Yeah, that too. Like, there's not a whole lot of reason to start now. The people playing are having to, like, the reason why I quit is the constant friction with bugs. Now they're dealing with, like, longer queue times. Zilbrad said he had to wait, like, 30 minutes in queue. It's not looking great. I play more Marathon if they added Linux Proton support. They could do so many things. Like, I don't know. I don't think not supporting Linux is like a huge contributor to the game not finding success. According to Steam, what is it? 2% of Steam users actually use Linux, and that's including everybody who uses Steam Deck. So I think if they added Linux support, that's not going to save the game. All I want from Marathon at this point is for it to last longer than 2x KO did. Bruh. Yeah. It's not looking good, though, that's for sure. Here's one thing that I pointed out. I did a tweet. I made a tweet last night. You know, I can just throw it up on screen real quick. I don't know if you guys noticed. Every week, it's been a consistent trend since Cryo released. There was a player count bump when Cryo dropped. So let's examine the player count over this past week. So we got Monday. This is Monday. About what we would expect, approximately. Let me see. I think Monday actually went a little bit high. Like, I wouldn't have expected it to have gone this high. I think probably what this was, it was people trying to get into Vault Breaker before it got removed. Because this was actually higher than the peak for Sunday. So that was an unexpected behavior. It's because they were going to remove Vault Breaker the following day. So Vault Breaker is removed. Servers go back up. A little bit reduced from the day before. About how many? 4,000. What is that? About 8 or so percent, which is about, it's not great. It's pretty bad. Like 8% in a day. When you update the game, pretty bad, but that's just because they removed Vault Breaker. But the trend in the following days is what's actually really alarming. Someone put up a video on YouTube saying it's going to shut down. I hope not. I mean, at the rate that it's going, it's definitely, like, the possibility is going up every day. I've been saying that. Like, I always say, anything can happen. It's always possible that they'll be able to pull some shit. But, like, this game has been, like, so incredibly mishandled over the past 3 months. Like, I am hopeful for the game, but at this point, I'm in the camp that it's probably going to get shut down. And it's unfortunate, but I don't think whatever leadership they got going on there at Sony or Bungie or whatever is capable of turning the ship around, because I don't know, they move way too slow. There's the quality control is god awful. Like, I would love for the game to continue thriving. But it's just so poorly handled, man. I don't know. Problem is, it's a really fun game. It's like a fun game in theory. I got, like, for $40, like, I didn't actually want to refund the game, by the way. Which, by the way, I will be. Okay, here's one thing I will do. It would, it'd be a really banger tweet. If and when the servers get shut down, I actually will submit a refund for the game. I'm going to nuke my block list for all the Marathon people, and then I'm going to tweet that I got my refund. That would be a banger tweet. But yeah, if you guys were not aware, Steam has a very good track record of refunding you if a live service game gets shut down and is no longer playable. So even though I have 700 hours in the game, odds are I actually will be able to get my refund. So, but yeah, I'm not going to refund it now. Like, when I was like rambling about the refund on Twitter, it was mostly a joke. The point of the refund thing was to express my incredible frustration with how poorly the game was being handled. Love having to go to my weapons, but pardon me, I love having my go-to weapons, but I've been using the bully for 6 months. basically a year if you want to count my playtests and the D54. I want them to go wild with the buffs, just to have an excuse to get up my favorites. Yeah. They, like, again, it's just leadership is way too slow. The balance questions and, like, the direction of the updates, they're, like, not responding to the active issues. Like, whatever setup they have going on with their workflow, it's just super, super slow. And it's probably standard for AAA, but it's not what they need right now. They need to be way more nimble if they want to keep the game going. Like, they don't have time to be fucking around. Like, that's why legitimately, if Season 3 is not a banger, they're not going to have the time or resources to... like, their issues... I am almost certain that the issues and, like, what they're using, the data that we have right now to respond to, we're not going to see the changes for another few months if we do. So just because at the rate that they're fucking changing shit. I'm sure morale is in the trash too. I mean, yeah, like it's real unfortunate if half your staff is looking for a new job on the side. Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if that's true as well. I'll probably never buy another Bungie game. I mean, there probably won't be another Bungie game, brother. People are joking about it, but Sony probably will dissolve the studio. Like, it is actually... if they shut down Marathon is all they have. Like, why would they keep... I don't know how... I actually shouldn't say any of this because I don't know anything about how game dev works or how, like, corporations or management works, but... Miho. I don't understand why they would keep Bungie as a studio if they don't have an active game. It wouldn't make any sense. Like, if they purchased Bungie to be the live service game studio. And then they shut down Destiny, which was their biggest live service game, and now all they have is Marathon. If Marathon gets shut down, why would they keep Bungie, right? I don't know. I don't know, man. Maybe if they didn't remove every mode. It's fucking mind-boggling how they don't keep, like, a rotation of one PvE mode in the game at all times. Why the fuck do we not have sponsored survival? Why did they even remove Vault Breaker? We didn't even get another mode. Like, Ordnance Heist is just like an event. It's not a mode. It's like the carry system where it's just like an addition to the normal game. Why the fuck did they not keep a PvE mode? Like, they literally by removing Vault Breaker, look, minus about 8% or so of players because these people are checking out the update. When people realized that this update was extremely underwhelming, 3,500. Minus 500 players. Like 12% of players. And then look. So here we go. This is Wednesday. Thursday. Look at this. So Thursday, we got a small cryo bump. 35 to 37. A small cryo bump. But this has never happened, I don't think, ever in the history of Marathon so far. In the past, like 4 or 5 months since this game has been out, since cryo has been out, this pattern has never been seen. Over the course of the weekend, the player count went down. This has never happened. Cryo opens Thursday. On Friday, the player count goes down. Saturday and Sunday. Every day, the player count went down. This is actually probably the biggest red flag for the game right now. That this has not happened a single time in the I don't think. I shouldn't say that. But like from when I've been looking as long as I've been checking the Steam charts, like look, Wednesday, Thursday, for some reason Thursday the player count went down a bit. But look, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. There's a bump over crowd, at least noticeable. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday goes up, Saturday, Sunday. Well, actually Saturday, Sunday, surprisingly, it goes down a little bit. But between Thursday and Friday, look, generally between Thursday and... Actually, hold on. Are these the... These might be a day delayed because it's all fucking UTC. Hold on. Peak player count. Okay, so this is... Okay, so I think it's a day delayed. So the days that we see here are a day delayed because they're UTC. So this is Monday, and the peak for Monday is 2 a.m. UTC. Which is a Tuesday. So the days that we're seeing here are actually the day before. So Wednesday, this is Wednesday, Thursday, noticeable player count go up. Saturday, about even. Sunday, stays relatively even. Wednesday, Thursday, player goes up. Friday goes down a little bit. Saturday, Sunday, a little bit, and then it drops off on Monday. Like at some point, it's normal for a game to fall off nearly 6 months post launch. People who like Marathon have done all there is to do. Yeah, like I've been like season 2 did not add enough to keep me interested. Yeah, I don't know. What's up, Jamwise? What's up? I don't know what Vapor Outline is. Never heard of it. UTC is goated. Can't we all just use UTC? Yeah, why not? Well, that makes sense. Try went over how they had a game called, like Destiny, called Blackbird in the pipeline, but that got canned, which left them accidentally only with Marathon. Yeah, I don't know. Steam frame equals Vapor Outline. Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, hopefully they announce the Steam frame today. That's what we're waiting on. Usually they announce it right around 10 a.m. Pacific. So between 10 and 10:15 Pacific, we'll see whether or not it's going to be released. I think I'll stream until about 10:30 Pacific so I can finish the War Dogs video. And then we'll be back later at 1 Pacific to play Peak. 3-month wipe cycle serves no one. Casuals do not have the time to get to the end game. Dedicated players get to the end game in 2 weeks. Wolvie, dedicated players wouldn't have gotten to the end game in 2 weeks if they didn't fuck up the pacing for season 2. Like the pacing for season 2 was just totally botched. Let me actually see. During season 1, the cryo bump was much more aggressive. You guys can you can see the cryo bump like all the way zoomed out. Over here, it's way harder to see, but it's so easy to see the cryo weekend bump in season 1. Look at this. So this Thursday, I think this is just I don't think it was released until like April, right? This might have been it because of how aggressive this bump is. But right around here, I think. So Thursday, player count went up. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Every weekend, cryo opens, noticeable bump. End of the season, boop. Da-da-da-da-da. You'll see there's like a bump here, which you can see. Actually, this wasn't even cryo. This was Tuesday. This is just a patch day. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, small bump for cryo, small bump for cryo, small bump for cryo. Here, you can barely see it. It's like not even here. And then if you guys are just showing up, we're just discussing this pattern, which is new, where the player count actually went down in the days following cryo being open. Like, the player count being higher on a Thursday than it is on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday is actually really bad. You can see even last week, this is Wednesday, Thursday, cryo opens, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Sunday, the player count is lower because the peak player count that's recorded for Sunday is after cryo closes. But again, if you guys are just showing up, these these dates that like this says Thursday, but it's 0 UTC. So if you're an American, this is actually the day before. So Wednesday, Thursday, cryo open, Friday, Saturday. Noticeable bump. And like the weekend is even higher than Thursday. Like the player count going down is so alarming, bro. It's really not looking good. We lost like 1,000 players. Yeah, it's because they removed the only PvE mode in the game without replacing it with something else for like no reason. You like the War Dog shorts, FNK? Dude, you're gonna like the full video. Those the shorts, those like the full widescreen clips are gonna be in the video. But I did some recording off stream yesterday, and it was really funny. They also did a ban wave last week after patch. Yeah. Do you mean on this patch? Like, do you think a ban wave would have reduced us that much? Like that means there's a huge portion of cheaters. If you think the ban wave had a significant impact, I don't know. Like the amount of cheaters must be insane. If that was it. Did I enjoy War Dogs? Yeah, I thought it was fun. I thought War Dogs was a lot of fun. There's a few War Dogs shorts up right now. Where did they announce a ban wave? I think they announced it on Twitter. I don't know about a ban wave, but they did talk about cheaters somewhat recently. I'm not sure. Oh, this is exactly how my family watches my heart rate monitor someday. Bro. What sort of pricing are you anticipating? The Steam frame? I mean, people are saying anywhere from $900 to $1,200. I think regardless of how much it's priced, I'm going to try to buy the cheapest version. I'm not too sure. I heard somebody say that they're going to try and buy the more expensive version, so they're more likely to be able to get one. But I'm only going to use it plugged into my PC, and I'm not like a rich baller. I'd prefer to buy the cheaper one, but I don't want to have to wait 3 years to get a Steam frame, and I'm not gonna buy one from a scalper, dog. I'm not doing that. Bandwave could look significant because the player count is so low. But Masher, that would mean that there's like a huge portion of the player base that's cheating then. Because it's not like every game has for example, 500 cheaters at any given time. Cheating should be proportional based on like the game's genre, how good the anti-cheat is, and like being proportional to the player base. So maybe like 1 or 0.5% of the player base are cheating. Like 1 or 0.5% of the player base is not what we're looking at here. One thing I'll never understand is the hate for this game to go free to play. You know what? That's possible. Maybe they make Marathon free to play before they shut it down. That's possible too. I don't know. Like, at this point, as much as I don't want that to happen because it's going to make the cheating system really bad, the cheating situation really bad, I don't know if making the game free to play saves it. Because the game is not monetized to be like a free-to-play game. If they go free-to-play, cheating is going to get pretty bad. Delta Force it's like disgusting how bad the cheating is in Delta Force. And my understanding is the Battle Eye in Marathon is really easy to get around. Bungie's anti-cheat is really bad, and D2 has reported that almost 90% of Day 1 raiders in the last major raid race were cheating. Yeah. Like, Battle Eye, I think, is doing basically nothing for Marathon. The big thing that's keeping cheaters out is, like, the $40 price tag. If this game goes free to play, the cheating situation is going to get ridiculous. The free weekend got us a bump. Mi hombre. They extended the free weekend, or the free week. So, go to, like, the 13th? I think they extended it to the 13th. It was going to be 1 week, and then they extended it a few days, right? Like, this is, like, after the free week closes, there's, like, not a significant drop-off, though. Which is, like, if the game going free was going to help it, you wouldn't see this, I don't think. I feel like if, maybe it just sold people in the game, but if the game going free was going to help it, I feel like them turning off the free-to-play Valve would have resulted in a sharper drop-off. Because I'm pretty sure it was free out to here, and there was no significant drop-off. I mean, I guess this is kind of significant. What is that? Like, 14 to 12? That's kind of significant. I just feel like it's kind of hard to tell. I just felt like it'd be a bit of a sharper drop-off. Could be wrong. But, yeah. I don't know. I don't think anyone is out to pay $40 of player counts that low. Yeah. Bungie has just, like, put themselves in such a shitty corner. It really sucks. My hope is that they're working hard on Season 3 and it's going to come out swinging. Oh, I never showed my tweet. Let me show my tweet. Let me show this banger tweet. Check it out. Check it. Oh, I didn't fucking expand it. Check out this banger tweet. Check out this sick, hot fire, spitting fire tweet. Check it. September 22nd will literally make or break Marathon. The removal of Vault Breaker torpedoed the player count. As we just saw, it reduced it by like 20%. What's up, Willie _Fropper? There's next to 0 player count bump for the crowd weekend. This week, the player count will dip below 3K. I think that it's like assured at the rate that we're going based on the patterns. It dipped below 4K for the first time last week. The rate that this game is hemorrhaging players is unsustainable, and it's sad. Super questionable handling of the game this season, and it's extremely disappointing to think about what this game could have been. Make sure to follow for more Steam TV analysis and Marathon Doom posting. They have like 400 people working on Marathon. They better be cooking. Here's the problem. Apparently, Bungie has people delegated out to working at different seasons, like months in advance. At the rate that we're going, like half of those people are just working on things that are never going to see the light of day. Like, unless Season 3 bangs, the work of like hundreds of people is going to go to waste because they're going to have to shut the game down. So instead of having like 300 people working on the active game and like being responsive to shit, they have like 50 or 100 people working on the active game, and then like 50 people working on, or like 150 people working on Season 3, and then 50, 100 people working on Season 4, and then 50 more people working on Season 5. Like, the delegation of labor, it seems atrocious. The people who are working on the game as it is right now are super slow to respond. I think it's just like a big leadership and structure issue. At best, how many people will come back in Season 3? 20, 30K? I think that's a pipe dream, brother. I think best case, like, with the game being free, we got 40. I think at most we get 20. At most. And I think that's unlikely. I think that ideal scenario, they get it up to 10K, and they can start on a little bit of an upward trajectory, or at least for Season 3, keep it a little bit stable. And then they pivot their strategy and trickle more content for Season 3 and maybe get more virality. And then they have hope for growing it over the course of season, maybe. Unless Season 3 pulls out a miracle, then we'll be back here in a month. Yeah. Not even a month. Like, from what I'm aware, I don't know if this is true. Apparently, Steam only allows you to do one free week or one free weekend per year. Like, they can't make the game free again, or a free weekend again, or a free week. They'd have to go free to play, I think. That's their only option. Like, it's gonna, like, if they don't pull out a miracle with Season 3, we're not going to be back here within a month. We're like, Season 3 is going to last like a week before we get to this player count. Because at the end of this season, we're going to be getting daily peak player counts below 2,000 probably. And again, it's sad, but I mean, they've been like butchering this game. They've been super mishandling that. And I'm saying that as the fat loser gamer who knows nothing about game dev. I can acknowledge, again, for the billionth time, game dev is really hard. I hate the amount of negativity in the gaming space, but it seems like Bungie is the only company in the live service industry who has this level of issues with their game. I don't know. Bungie needs to make a massive pivot to save Marathon. If they don't, Bungie may not have a future. I don't know if that's the solution. I don't know. Like, no. It's not sure PoE has free weekends every league. Okay, well, I don't know that. Maybe I just made it up. How many gifted will it cost to have Astra Sherpa you through a Destiny Vault of Glass blind raid? Bro, I don't want to... Like, I have no desire to play Destiny at all. What's up, Axa? We're doing a little SteamDB review. Yeah, I don't know. Bro, I'm just going to be straight up with you. Game dev is not that hard for this level of incompetence. Like, no, that's what I'm saying, though. That is what I'm saying. I know game dev is hard. I know that there's a lot that goes into it. Like, the amount of talent that goes into, like, the music production for this game, the sound design, the visual design, the animations, the guns. The big issues that Bungie is having right now is just, like, balancing and responding to changes with their live service game. And I know some of it does take time. Like, they can't just, like, pull a brand new mode out of their ass. But, like, issues are remaining stagnant and not getting responded to for months on end. The meta is extremely slow to change. The most powerful guns in the game are still apparently the Bully and D54. At least the Mizzy meta change was nice. But, like, realistically, they should be pivoting the meta like every month or so. Like there's like, how many guns are there in this game? There's like 30 guns with 30 gold mods. Only like 4 of them are useful. Why can we not like every month rotate them so every gun gets a chance to shine? I literally work in programming and I'm teaching a game dev class. The hardest part isn't implementation. It's the asset creation and getting those damn servers to just be stable. Season 1, I use all sorts of weapons that I find, and I was just bully M77, D54, and I worm the others. Yeah, like every month they should be rotating the meta. That's like, if they like, I don't know anything about game dev, but if their setup and like the way they coded the game is good, they should just be able to tweak the dials. They should just be able to move around like damage numbers, maybe like change a thing here and there. Like the reason why League of Legends, I've brought up this point before. The reason why League of Legends has remained fresh for like 20 years is because they're constantly tweaking the meta and adding new shit. The League of Legends, like you don't even need, they probably need a new map for an extraction shooter, right? But League of Legends has been played on the exact same map for like 20 years, dude. I say the exact same. They've changed it a little bit. But the reason why League stays super fresh is because of the constant changes. There's always a new way to play. Marathon is like the exact same game. Like it's been like the changes to the meta have been super minor. There's been like 2 big meta shakeups. I mean, let me think about it. Grenades are still pretty strong. I think I wouldn't call it a big meta shakeup to add the grenade limits. I'd say that was like a needed balance change. The biggest meta shakeup was probably the Mizzy getting gutted. In Season 1, was there a big meta shakeup? I think Season 1 was just bully Mizzy, right? Am I forgetting a patch? Like, Lola's an extraction. What should we do with all those guns in the vault if meta changes every month? Well, like, you can, like, vault, like, so the meta shifting doesn't mean the guns are going to be made useless. Right? The Wister, okay, the Wister was a big meta shakeup. So what that's like 1 or 2 big meta shakeups over the past 6 months. It's super slow. K-pop. So if they like shift the meta, like even if it's just like prestige gold mods getting rotated and how powerful they are, like the guns remain useful. Like you can still use them. You could even like save up guns in the hopes that they're going to get buffed. Like, I don't know, man. That could pulley, that won't help Glorp. They just need new enemies, PvE, and maybe some 5v5 mode or something. New map can save for Season 4 if we make it that long. I don't know. I don't know, man. It is looking pretty brutal out there. It's looking pretty rough for Marathon. In a game like this, Dose? Why would you? Oh, no, it doesn't. Why would you risk your other stuff just to run weapons that put you at a disadvantage? I mean, people did not use the circuit breaker for like 3 months, even though it was really strong, just because they wanted to use the Mizzy instead. I didn't use the Mizzy, and I found plenty of success with the circuit breaker. Like the M77 right now is still really good. I don't think they changed the M77 at all. Even at the launch of Season 2, I don't think they adjusted the meta of the M77 from what I can recall at all. And the what is it, Vault 6 unique is still really good. Like there's a lot of viable guns, but rotating the tippy top keeps the game fresh. Like there's a lot of viable guns in the game just at a baseline, but rotating the tippy top will keep the people who are playing into the late season, like the people who are playing for the endgame sandbox, it will keep them interested longer. What's up, Nut Traps? What I missed? The player count is up. Brother, it couldn't be more than the opposite. The player count went down between Thursday and Friday, which I don't think has ever happened before. At this point, I don't even want Glorp to come back to Marathon in Season 3. Just find another game for yourself and be happy. Like, here's the thing, right? I don't base my happiness and I don't base my identity around, like, video game franchises, unlike a lot of people on Twitter, which is why they're hounding me in the replies. I'm happy to play whatever game, so long as I enjoy it. Like, the reason why I'm not playing Marathon and the reason why I have shit on Marathon the other day is because it's genuinely not enjoyable. And I'm not going to, like, force myself to play it. Oh, there's a Twitter person right now. Incredible. Holy shit. Bro has all the Twitch badges. What the hell? Incredible. Seen literally almost zero gameplay of that new power weapon, by the way, because they made it so annoying to get your hands on. Really? I don't know. Like, I feel like from what I've heard, the new event was like. So here's the thing about the new event. It seems like it's not a bad event, but it's not something that is responsive to the issues people have been voicing over the past couple months. Right now, the biggest issues with the game is like it's too hard. It skews too much to like the high end of players who like sweep the map and stomp everyone. And this new event just reinforces that gameplay. And I think that type of gameplay is okay for me. I enjoyed like running cryo, fucking clearing up the map, like playing the game, like dropping in and then trying to track players down and kill everybody. I thought that was fun, but I can acknowledge that is like a toxic gameplay loop. And it like pushes people away. It Ouroboros is the player count where like every week 5% of people just leave because they can't do anything. And then the next lowest 5% of players can't do anything, so they leave. And every week it's just like people dropping off because they can't play the game anymore. And then it's just gonna like if right now they stopped updating the game, if they never updated the game again in a year. Assuming people still played the game, like assuming the game is exactly how it is right now, where like cryo's open on the weekends, the only people playing would be like cheaters. Because those are the only people who could play, if they even played anymore. The Vizzle's still out there murdering everyone. Yeah, like if you're like a top end player who can like noob stop everybody, I'm sure that's still pretty fun. But I don't find enjoyment and fulfillment from a game just by like noob stopping. Noob stopping can be fun from time to time, but I get bored of it at some point. I don't know. Check secret for the so-called power weapon. What was your opinion on the ordnance weapon, Astra? I don't want to like, set up Discord so I can show this. That's insane. How did you not kill him? What the fuck? I thought it's supposed to be a 2-shot. He must have had like 1 HP. Yeah, that was 2 direct hits, both headshots. I don't know. Maybe he had a triage drone or something and he lived with 1 health. Stay has been live for 18 hours. Dude, Stay hit some crazy hours. Gray Shield. Okay, I don't know how he lived. You must have gotten hit regged or something. Honestly, for me, it's for the level-based matchmaking. I'm not good at the game, so when I got to a high level, I got crushed. It's not fun. Yeah. Like, the matchmaking, like, maybe there's just, like, too many fundamental game design issues with Marathon that it just can't work as a live service. Because too much of it is just antithetical to keeping a player base long-term. Power weapon is mid from what I've seen. I don't know. I've still never used it. I've not fired up Marathon since I rage quit last week. I've not touched the game. And I don't really have any reason to. What's up, Zilbrad? Yeah, Zilbrad, you got me on a fucking SteamDB rabbit hole, bro. I've been yapping at the SteamDB player chart ever since you mentioned it. I didn't want to initially, but I just started yapping and now we're still on it. Tried to simplify it too much for an extraction shooter. Felt done with the game after 140 hours. Yeah. Like, so here's the thing. The people who have like a ton of hours on this game are just the people who enjoy the end game sandbox mostly. And they're like the top tier of players. Like, that's all you got is like that end game sandbox. And again, that end game sandbox has barely changed in the past 4 months. The biggest shakeups were the Worcester nerf and the Mizzy nerf, and that's it. Pretty much every other gun is almost the same. At the start of Season 2, the Bully actually had recoil added to it if you put the gold mod on, which is a nice addition, but the Bully's still one of the strongest guns in the game. The D54 is like the Bully 2.0. It's like, There's not enough changes in the meta. I don't know. How did Tarkov manage that when it's even harder? I've talked about this before. Tarkov is harder in different ways. Tarkov and Marathon are hardcore in different ways. In Tarkov, it's possible to be a more casual Tarkov player than it is Marathon. And that's just flat out true. The systems, the healing in Tarkov is more complex. You have to know more about like ammo types. I say like have to know. You have to like have like a decent grasp of like how like weapon attachments work. But one of the biggest things about Tarkov is it is possible to rat and never see another player consistently and reliably. Marathon has so many game features that are intended and designed to draw players to your location. And that outright makes Marathon more unforgiving than Tarkov. Especially with how gear scaling works. Like, if you're a noob, like, if there was not level-based matchmaking, they had to have added level-based matchmaking because in testing, they found that noobs literally could not fight high-level players because of how the power scaling in this game works. Like, if there was no level-based matchmaking, there would be, like, gold death squads who would just hunt noobs on perimeter and just wipe the map on rotation. Because if you're a full gray shield stack with like bullshit guns, you literally cannot fight a gold 3 stack. Because they have, what is that? Like, probably like 30% more health. Their guns are like almost twice as useful. The guns get like exponentially more powerful with gold mods and purple mods. The way the power scaling works is just, yeah, I don't know. Yo, what's up, Minty Cream Cake? Just found you on here already. You're adorable, Glorpy. What's up? Thank you. I'm curious. How did you find me? Did you find the live stream on your recommended, or was there a specific video? Was it the Beastfolk Barber video? Because that video has been popping off. I don't know why, but the Beastfolk Barber video like hit the algorithm, and now it's one of my most viewed videos on the channel. Just a specific video, and yeah, was it the Beastfolk Barber video? It was. Okay. Yeah, okay, so here's the thing. Minty Cream Cake. So you might be able to check by looking at my channel. A lot of my channel is based around this game Marathon, which I'm willing to guess you probably don't care for at all. In the future, I am pivoting more towards variety stuff, and I do want to play more cute type games like Beastfolk Barber. So stay tuned for that. Let me check the stats on this video. Holy shit. It's almost at 50,000 views. That's insane. Yeah, I do want to do more videos like this, but I'm in the process of pivoting right now. Weekly, we play like a couple of variety games every week, but we're kind of riding this Marathon ship as the game looks more and more like it's about to get shut down. So I don't know. Thank you for stopping by, though. I appreciate it. I do want to do more cutesy type variety type games, though. When am I playing a game? We're going to be playing a game at 1 p.m. Pacific. We're going to play Peak. But this morning specifically, I wanted to hang out and see if they announce the Steam frame. Because all arrows... See, Steam frame is imminent. All the arrows are pointing towards the Steam frame getting released today. That's the play for today. I'm going to be live this stream until about 10 a.m., 10:15 Pacific to see if they announce it. If they don't, we'll be back at 1 p.m. Pacific to play Peak. Because I got to get the War Dogs video out. Glorp never plays games anymore. We literally played games 2 days ago, bro. What are you talking about? I don't know if Martin dies. I want to play an extraction game, but all of them look so boring compared. Yeah, that is a huge problem. Marathon ruined Tarkov for me. Like, I wanted to give Tarkov a shot. I did this on stream. I was like, you know what? I'm taking a break from Marathon. Let's give Tarkov a shot again. I played it for I played the tutorial. I played one actual game. I died, and I was like, you know what? Marathon, like, even as much as Marathon sucks right now, I'd rather play Marathon than Tarkov. And I don't want to play Marathon, so I don't want Tarkov. I like Marathon. Oh, hold on. Will you be the first to win? Dude, I gotta check the probability on this fucking thing. Hold on. There's like no way nobody has rolled it yet. It must be broken. Like, you guys are insanely unlucky. Hold on. I must have. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna roll it manually here. Oh, I can't do it. Okay, hold on. Okay, hold on. Bear with me, guys. So, this is not gonna count, but I'm gonna roll it a few times and see if I can get it to work. Because I feel like it has to be broken. There's no way you guys are losing this much. Hold on. Manage. Edit. Limit redemptions. Save. All right, let me try it. Okay, so this is attempt number 2. Okay, it's going to be a no. Let's try it again. I like Marathon. It's literally the only game that I'm playing since launch. It makes every other game seem boring to me. See, same spot. Yes. So I did a little bit of fakery to get this to work. So I didn't program. There's no wheel spin program that looks like this. It's basically the odds are the same, but it's basically picking which video to show. Like the odds are chosen immediately as it's redeemed. Like, it's already chosen whether or not I lose or win. It's just playing the win or lose video. Oh my God! It has to be broken. The thing is a little too loud. I'll turn it down for a sec. Here. It has to be broken. Like, there's no way. I'm gonna do it a couple more times. I'm not broken, you're broken. Dude, it has to be broken! Like, what the fuck? Hold on. Positive. Wait, 0.2. Wait, 1.0. Negative. 0.8. Let me okay, hold on. Let me do this. Disable random on this. Disable random on this. Let me redeem it again. Let's see. Let's see. Will it work now? Okay, you know what? Just because you guys have redeemed it like 20 times, I'll leave it on for this stream. Just to compensate. Because I think it might have been broken this whole time. But it should be fixed now. It should be fixed. You go ahead and give me my points back. I think I literally cannot do that. I don't think that's possible. Sorry. Let me re-enable the point limit on it. Per day. Didn't even realize you had an outfit on right now. That's what the wheel spin is for. That's what the wheel spin does.
Thumbsticks let you play with improved responsiveness and longevity. We've put
Can you leave it on for the
capacitive touch
peak stream?
sensors
Yeah, why
on the
not?
thumbsticks and now on the back of the controller too, so you can enable precision gyro aiming with the touch of your
I love the Steam controller. It feels so good, bro. I love it. I really, really like it.
thumb or your pinky if you're feeling fancy. Play for way too long with a rechargeable lithium-ion battery that allows for over 35 hours.
I don't think I've had to recharge it a single time yet. I don't use it that much, but boy, howdy.
We want to make charging and wireless pairing something that's actually easy.
It lasts a while.
That's why we created the Plug.
If only the Steam controller was available to purchase from the Steam shop. Yeah, it's crazy how much they're having issues with the inventory. Steam controller is so good. I haven't used any of my other ones since getting it. Yeah, I like it. I think, like, feature-wise, they nailed it. The first Steam controller was super controversial because they did a lot of weird design things. This is, like, executed at the highest level on pretty much every metric. It's super convenient to use. Like, it's super customizable. It feels very natural. It looks a bit goofy. It does look goofy. The biggest ergonomic hurdle is that your fingers, like your middle ring and pinky fingers, don't curl around the handle. They just kind of sit flush against the back, and that's a little bit uncomfortable to start. But once you get past that, it's like,
The Puck is a
Feels
combination wireless adapter and magnetic charger included with every Steam controller. Snap it on to charge.
really good. Steam
Once you're
Frame when? We're going to say I'm streaming until about 10:30-ish Pacific.
Up,
And we'll see if
snap
it gets
off again.
announced.
You can play over Blue.
How a Cat Works Part 2. Oh my God! We watched this the other day, dude. We watched this shit the other day. This channel has not uploaded for like 8 months, and it just... Okay, we're going to watch this next.
Bluetooth or a wired connection too. The new Steam
Yeah.
controller
Hopefully, all arrows are pointing towards Steam Frame dropping
works
today.
with any device running Steam
Fingers crossed.
or Steam Link. Whether it's a PC, Mac, handheld, smartphone, Steam Deck, or the new Steam Machine. Oh, this is the new Steam Machine.
I like how it's just a square. It was fire, dude. Yo, I gotta go get tea. Give me one
Steam
sec.
Machine is a powerful gaming PC in a small but mighty package, designed for your games on the big screen. It's quiet too, which is crazy since it's 6 times more powerful than a Steam Deck, powered by a discrete, semi-custom AMD GPU, enabling 4K gaming at 60 frames per second with FSR. Steam Machine runs SteamOS made for a bigger screen, built for gaming in your living room, your office, or wherever you play, with the rest of your PC accessories. Steam Machine borrows some great features from Steam Deck, like lightning-fast sleep and wake, an SD card slot to easily expand your storage, and brings some new tricks of its own, like a customizable LED strip, which can show different system functionalities, or your own light show. Steam Machine is a PC, so run whatever software you want, and it works with all your favorite desktop and gaming accessories. Steam Machine is designed to work hand in hand with the Steam controller, with the low latency, wireless connectivity of the Steam controller puck built right in. And it's great for streaming your games to your phone, tablet, laptop, Steam Deck, or Steam Frame. Oh, yep, this is Steam Frame. Steam Frame is Valve's next generation VR hardware. Stream all your Steam games, VR and non-VR alike, in this comfortable, lightweight, wireless VR headset. Steam Frame uses camera-based tracking, so getting into your games is as easy as slipping on the headset and waking it up.
500 cigarettes.
Steam Frame controllers, included with the headset, are designed with all the inputs you need for your VR titles.
I don't know why that happened.
Motion controls and capacitive
The hell?
tracking for all your fingers.
Okay, we're back.
As well as a split gamepad layout to work with your whole
Steam Machine
library.
equals Jimmy
They
Neutron
even feature the same
Hypercube.
magnetic
Dude, I love the cubic shape. It's really cool.
thumbsticks as Steam controller for responsiveness and longevity. Steam Frame also pairs seamlessly with the new Steam controller, a great companion for playing non-VR games in the
You
headset.
know, we can do Gamba.
Sure,
Hold on.
streaming-
Hold on. How do I set up a Gamba poll? We can do Gamba on whether or not the Steam Frame releases today. Or gets announced, rather. What is the... how do I do Gamba? / prediction, maybe? Oh, yeah, there we go. All right, manage prediction. What? Start prediction. Yeah. Name for the prediction is... or will the Steam Frame be released today? Yes? No. I shouldn't say released. Announced. Submission period. Let's do 30 minutes. Yeah. Gamba has begun. If you guys want a Gamba on Twitch. Right there.
is smooth and stable no matter what. Steam Frame includes a wireless adapter that lets you stream your games from your PC to your headset.
Wish
over a
Steam Machine was
fast
big enough
and
to use as a
dedicated Wi-Fi
footstool.
6
What?
connection.
Okay, you
And
should
the
not be
games
putting your
stream to
feet on your
frame
computer, dog.
optimized for VR.
That's kinda
using
gross.
New technology that allows for the highest resolution streaming exactly where your eyes are looking. And Steam Frame is a PC running SteamOS. In addition to streaming, you can install and play a bunch of
My
VR
beloved.
and non-VR games right in the headset without a
That's really cool. I think that there's maybe going to be... that's a bit gimmicky. I think it, like, playing flat screen games in a VR headset is kind of It's not like it. If you're like on the go maybe and you have a VR headset for some reason, it's like kind of okay. But if you ever just have like a computer screen and a computer, it's generally just way better to just play it on the computer screen.
Host PC, you can also expand your onboard storage to fit even more games with a micro SD card. Steam Controller, Steam Machine, and Steam Frame. All built with the same DNA as Steam Deck, all powered by Steam, work together, and can be used however you'd like with whatever peripherals and accessories you choose. Everything you see here is the culmination of what we've learned from our previous hardware experience and what we've wanted ourselves as gamers. Powerful PC gaming in an open ecosystem, giving you more ways to enjoy the games you love.
I love these little cartoons, bro.
And discover new ones.
I love Valve. I love big corporation. I love big greedy corporation that takes all my money. No, I like how they allocate their resources over at Valve. I disagree. I think playing flat screen games on it is going to be the core use case. The privacy factor, especially on trains and flights, is huge. Oh man, I feel like if you're wearing a VR headset on a train or on a plane, I mean, it's like a power move. It is a power move, but I think everybody around you is gonna think you're a fucking freak if you have a fucking VR headset on. I don't know. It was kind of odd. If like breaking the social, like it is kind of baller though. I might, you know what? Fuck it. What if I do that? I should bring my Steam Frame to China. How good at video editing will the Steam Frame be? Oh, shit. Maybe. I don't need a laptop. I could just bring my Steam Frame. Damn. That could be the play.
Open ecosystem, giving you more.
Nah, probably not. There's no way. I don't think there's a good way to record on this thing in-house.
To
probably
enjoy
not.
the games you love and discover new ones. Steam Controller, Steam Machine, and Steam Frame are all shipping in early 2026. Learn more at steampowered.com/hardware.
Wow. Also less invasive than having to finagle placement of phone or Steam Deck in a seat with limited space, especially where people can see the screen and what you're doing. I mean, yeah. Could be. Could work. I think the real power move would just start playing Beat Saber on a plane, dude. Seen someone wear an Apple Vision Pro on a plane, bro was probably gooning, bro. Nah, dude, you should be playing Beat Saber in VR on a plane. What a power move. Just like waving your arms around like a jackass in the tight seat. Like making the person sitting next to you super uncomfortable. That would be fire.
In the previous video, we took a close look at one side of a cat. Let's see what
Here we go. Lock in. This is important, guys.
Side holds.
We all need to know about this.
As you see, this side houses 6 more highly sophisticated rooms. Let's zoom in and take a closer look. Starting at the bottom left, the bakery. To feed the inner working cats, a feline chef bakes plain biscuits. The chef begins by signaling the cat to start kneading. The kneading motion is transmitted inside to power the mixer. Once the dough is ready...
Sir, we're about to crash? Yeah, but I'm crashing this score in Beat Saber. Yeah, the pilot's playing Beat Saber.
The chef flattens it, cuts it into biscuit shapes, and
Biscuits.
bakes it. A feline waiter delivers the baked biscuits to the rooms. Next door is the space-time control room. A gyroscope is mounted on top of a crystal-powered space-time manipulator.
What's the purpose of the gyroscope, and why is he in there?
The gyroscope precisely tracks the cat's orientation. Once the cat
Oh, so he can flip right side up if he's falling upside down. Oh!
Cat is upside down or sideways, the time operator immediately pulls the lever, slowing time down universally. The space operator rotates the entire space-time around the cat, returning it to an upright position. The time operator then sets time back to normal, letting the cat land safely on his feet. Next is the state of matter room. A cat can exist in 3 states.
He's got the steam frame!
Next is the state of matter room.
Look!
A cat
Does the explain steam frame to me like a 5 video? It is! Look, he's got a steam frame on right now!
can exist in 3 states: solid, liquid, or gas. A feline atomic engineer wears a VR headset that displays what the cat sees. Depending on the environment the cat is navigating, the engineer dials in the reactor to achieve the correct state. Back on the upper floor to the left is the fur analysis lab. A fur scientist orders a fur sample at a random time. The sample is then analyzed for fluffiness, water resistance,
Fascinating.
and insulation.
It's hydrophobic.
The findings are recorded
Okay.
to inform the formula for the next.
I like the beanie he's got on. Subgler watching in VR from my brand new Steam frame. Just placed the order and Gabe Newell came through and hand delivered it. How? Okay, they did that with the Steam Deck, right? Where Gabe went like door to door in the Seattle area and delivered the first few. Like mi hombre. They got to do that with the Steam frame. Hold on, what's the prediction looking like? 84% no? Dude, the believers are going to get paid out today. Believers are absolutely getting paid
Fur
out.
patch. The scientist then loads the old sample into an air-powered cannon and fires it out of the cat to keep the lab clean. Next
Yeah,
door
so
is the
Eze, you're about
energy
to get paid out.
A cat's internal systems run on dark energy stored in a special battery. When the energy runs low, an automatic system activates the charging state, which sets the cat into the loaf position. This position concentrates the surrounding dark energy to recharge the battery. Finally, we arrive at the interdimensional portal. This room appears mysterious.
Don't think they're announcing anything until 10 a.m. Pacific minimum? Yes. I will be streaming until about 10:30 a.m. Pacific to see if
Yet
they announce it.
answers the most mysterious question of all. If a cat is operated by inner cats, how do those inner cats work? If we zoom in on one operator cat, we find the same system. Does that mean there are infinite cats all the way down? Let's zoom back out
It's just cats all the way down, bro.
and see the function of the interdimensional portal. Every operator cat is a real cat that comes through the portal to work a shift inside another cat, then goes home when it's done. This creates a self-sustaining network of cats operating other cats. So, there you have it. More mysteries answered about this marvelous biological machine. Other systems in the head and tail are still being studied, leaving us
Cats
with
are
more
marvelous
questions
creatures,
than
brother.
answers.
This could destroy Grand Theft Auto 6, and it's just a picture of the hot lady with the booba. Incredible. What an amazing thumbnail. Insane. Skilled pilot can do too much in War Dogs. Arma pilot. Yeah, pilots were making the most money in War Dogs by far. Those people were making like 200 grand a game. I'm gonna get that smoney when you non-believers lose. Yeah, dude. Believers are gonna be up bigly when they announce the Steam frame today. You guys are gonna be up big time. Make sure to get those bets in. If you're on Twitch, place your bets. Place your predictions. How much longer do we have? We have a little bit about 2 hours left. What's up, Holtzy? How you doing, buddy? What's good? I finally figured it out. Okay. What the fuck? What is this on my recommended? We got 400 views uploaded 1 day ago. I finally figured it out. All caps. It's an hour long. And the thumbnail is him holding probably about $1,000. What am I looking at here? Is that? I don't know how much longer I could. Does he just record himself at the park with $1,000 in every video. I got $2,500 and I'm blessing people. What is this guy doing? Click here. I'll speak when the time comes. What is this channel? What is going on here? I don't understand.
I think I finally figured it out. And this is what I figured out because of you.
Okay. Elaborate.
Now,
no description.
what I figured
Big Duck
out
53.
is very alarming and it is very
Yeah, this might be suffering from success. I think Holtzy might be onto something.
what is the word? For all of you guys who watch my videos, this is very interesting as far as what you might be forcing me to do over the course of the next month. And deep down, I kind of
Oh, these are
I
botted
don't think I'm
comments.
gonna enjoy this, but listen.
These are botted comments. Okay, yeah, I think this is an insane person. This is an actual insane person. Yeah, no, these are all botted comments. 400 views, 45 likes. That feels like a lot. These are definitely botted comments. There's no way these are real. Cop Slop review stream when? I don't think I'll ever do Cop Slop. I do like doing reviews or like React Slop. I think it's good, but I don't know. I don't like the idea of doing Cop Slop. Just on the principle of it. Again, I don't want to get political on this stream. I never want to get political on this stream, but that doesn't mean I don't have like strong opinions on things. It's just like for the sake of this stream being like a relaxing space to be, I just don't want to do anything super political. And I feel like Cop Slot would sort of breach some of my principles. Okay, what is this?
Only focused on the entire time you're at work, you're only focused on how much time is going by, because let's say you make
He's taking a sip of his drink.
I mean,
Excuse me.
that's at least how I'm feeling regarding that topic, because I love making videos, but do I love making videos this much?
Okay, I think this is just a crazy person. What else do we got on the YouTube homepage? I hate ads? Maybe. We might check that out. Peacefully removing flock cameras. We have to do something. What the fuck? Is this just like a meme video? Okay, this is a little bit political, but this is probably really funny. This is probably really funny. 127,000 views in a day. Ooh, it's probably a bad. You know what? I'm gonna save this to my watch later. I'll save this for myself. I'll be a little bit greedy. Steam Frame announcement. Any other Steam Frame stuff? You know what? Let's look at the Steam Frame announcement specifically. We watched the overall hardware announcement. Let's check the Steam Frame itself. Oh my loud, I'm sorry. Sound like it was inside of my ear. What's up, Frost?
Steam Frame is Valve's
Oh, is Bam streaming right now? Or he's going to be streaming later? Oh, you know what? He might stream the Peak. He might stream his Point Peak. I don't know. We'll see.
next generation
Yeah,
VR
here's that, buddy.
hardware. Stream all your Steam games, VR and non-VR alike, in this comfortable, lightweight, wireless VR headset.
Yeah, it has game streaming too, like the Steam Frame. Like you don't even have to be running it in the headset.
Steam Frame uses camera-based tracking, so getting into your games is as easy as slipping on the headset and waking it up. Steam Frame controllers, included with the headset, are designed with all the inputs you need for your VR titles, like motion controls and capacitive tracking for all your fingers, as well as a split gamepad layout to work with your whole Steam library. They even feature the
Still
same
not over how I spent Valentine's Day at 36 single and living alone in China. Why do you feel bad for him? Like I've watched his videos before. He seems like he's just chilling. He's just vibing. Like Zaza in China. Yo, what's up, Nine Intelligence? Like Muted Spectre, like I've watched his videos, like he is making money right now. I don't know if his channel is going to continue performing super well, but like with the amount of views he has and with how long his videos are, he's making some good money. Like if he wanted to like finances are a big hurdle in China. The reason why so China historically, like they have a huge population, right? And with they're like one child policy, all that. Like for a while, they limited the birth rate. The one child policy, as I understand it, is lifted. It went to two child policy for a little bit, but now I'm pretty sure there is no limit on how many children you can have. The biggest hurdle right now for young people getting married right now in China is like it's a huge financial burden. And the financial opportunity, like you have to like really lock it. Like in China, like I've done a lot of research about this. Okay, as somebody who's never been to China and is not Chinese, let me tell you third-hand information that I heard from another person who got it. It says second-hand information. China, despite being a quote-unquote communist country, which it's not, has a really bad social safety net. The like relative, I think relative to the cost of living and how much things cost, I think at the entry level for most jobs, it's probably a little bit better than in the US. Like if you get a job right out of college in China versus getting a job right out of college in the US, I think you're slightly better off proportionally. But if you're fresh out of college in a tier 1 city like Shenzhen, that job is paying you like $900 a month plus or minus. And that's working. A lot of companies are probably doing the 996, where you work 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. 6 days a week. So like you're working crazy hours. You're making like a decent living. You're not making a whole ton of money, like especially globally. Like again, like $900 a month, not a month. Or is it a week? Is it a month? It's not a week. I'm even confused. Regardless, my point being that a lot of young people, it is there's a global cost of living thing, and I'm sure it's like the same everywhere. But like he's making good enough money from YouTube right now. My point is that like if he wanted to set a family or whatever, he could. Probably could. What's up, Akron Balrog? Someone at the mid outfit. So Akron Balrog, what happened was I was convinced that how many times that the wheel had failed, it was probably broken. I changed one of the settings. I tried it a few more times and it hit positive. So I think I fixed the wheel. And even though I rolled it, I'll leave it on just because people rolled a bunch. If Job gives you the option to go 6 a.m. to 2 p.m., you get your ass up and do it. I think 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. is actually a really baller schedule. I'd be down for that. I like waking up early in the like. I stream not that early in the morning. I would stream earlier in the morning if it wasn't like unreasonable for like an NA audience to watch. Like, yeah, 6 to 2 sounds goated. I think 6 to 2 is like the ideal hours. Like you could wake up 4 or 5 and then just be done with the day early in the afternoon. I think that is the ideal schedule. I think that's the way to do it. But I don't think you can do that with most jobs. I would stream earlier in the day, if not for like the desire of having an audience, at least a little bit in the US. Which I don't have that much. Like audience slants surprisingly European right here. Any other interesting Steam news stuff? Let's see. Everyone reacted to Steam's new console / PC. You know what? What is the let me see. Is there like a Valve hardware news account on Twitter or something? What is this? This fucking. I saw it like just the other day. What is it called? Or is it Steam hardware? Steam hardware updates. Here we go. Let me see if they've tweeted anything. Valve is now 30. That's it. This is the 30th anniversary of Valve, by the way, today. Steam Frame Update Cobra VR just released a teaser for a full-length video comparing the controller aiming accuracy between Quest 3 and Steam Frame. Say the results were generally unexpected, shortened replies. We can watch this. Probably good. Let's see.
I tested the Steam controller accuracy against the Quest 3 on the Pavlov firing range.
It looks like the Steam Frame is a bit more. Oh, it's like
unexpected.
Oh, that's.
Is there a new king?
Is it more stable? Okay, I think he has it on a tripod, so that should eliminate handshake mostly.
Full video.
Yeah, I think he probably should have it like on a full mount, so he's not holding it.
Yeah, coming soon.
Because at this point, it's probably. I don't know. There's no recoil. I feel like he probably should have like 3D printed a setup where it would just be totally still and he could pull the trigger without moving it. And that would help tell us more. Because what I'm more curious about is the amount of jitter in the controller. Because when you're using a VR headset, I haven't used the Quest 3. I've used the Quest 2. The Quest 2 had a fair amount of inherent jitter. I don't have super stable hands, but it felt like the Quest 2 definitely felt a bit jittery in the controllers with the tracking. Let me see. I think that's about it for the Valve Hardware News Twitter account. Got Valve Steam Frame Engineering Deep Dive. You can watch this Gamers Nexus video. I don't think I ever watched all the way through this. Steam Frame releases to. Hold on. Did I watch this video? I think this guy is like me where he does a lot of yapping. I'm looking for information, right? Okay. I need to. Yeah, I think it's a lot of yapping, unfortunately. That's my job. I'm the yapper. Surprised you can even hold it with your paws. Okay.
Valve announced the Steam Frame, Steam Machine,
bro.
and Steam Controller yesterday. We covered all that in detail, but we have more. This video goes deeper on the engineering of the Steam Frame VR headset specifically. Normally, we don't record every minute of our...
Okay, so they have a transparent... Okay, I'm guessing this is like a dev kit. This looks like... You guys remember the old school, like you'd buy a third-party controller for your Xbox or your GameCube or whatever, and you'd get the shitty one, and it's like transparent. That's the vibes I'm getting with this transparent clamshell thing. Why is that? Why were the transparent controllers always worse? They just like broke instantly, always. What is up with that,
of
man?
our time with the company, but Valve was cool with it, and we had 2 separate deep dive discussions with Valve's engineers about
Like the
Frame VR
transparent
headset.
aesthetic
We
is
didn't
so
wanna just
cool.
let that great, highly technical
I'd love to have a transparent, all my peripherals would be transparent.
content go unseen. For
This is
example,
third party
Yeah, so
that
lasers
just
are great
always used
because
to be
they're
worse.
non-contact.
Mm.
And so you can capture the motion without interfering.
All of those vias are actually working as a thermal transfer through the PCB itself.
Best way we're able to get those fast transition times at the higher frame rates is through the warmth of the device.
So in this video, we'll talk with Valve's engineers about some of the acoustic considerations.
It has some amplification from its location, so it's, and then you take all that back into the software layer, and you see the sampling rate of the IME. It was a little complicated.
Some of the thermal solution design.
So when
Okay.
we told
I think this goes a little bit more in depth than I care for. What are the particularly hard challenges?
Any other special challenges, things that you want to draw attention to?
Yeah.
Things that you overcame that you want to point out?
Still have my transparent third-party 360 controller. I was just using it to play Brutal Legend over the weekend. I'm surprised it's lasted this long.
I mean,
For like a 20-year-old shitty controller.
that one's probably like the most complicated. I think in any device that has this many things coming together, we've really had to optimize the data flow essentially from the cameras, from the displays, or going obviously to the displays.
Has anybody ever made a video? Why do transparent controllers suck? We'll search that next.
The wireless
Love this guy, but yeah, super deep dives with finite data or finite data. Yeah, he goes like super deep. Like if you're doing errands or if you're doing chores, if you gotta fucking clean up after making dinner, this is some good background noise. It's just yapping about a bunch of technical stuff.
Link, and really
but it's a
all of
little
this
bit in
is-
deep
there's
to
a lot of
be
demands on
actively
the memory.
consuming. Say that to the N64 transparent controller. Did they have a first party
So
one?
We have like I said, it's LPDDR5X. It's the 4266.
Okay, yeah, this is so much. Acoustic engineer.
Side. They're actually oriented in different locations, in different orientations, so that they can cancel the vibrations at the IMU and the core while
Fascinating.
actually still doubling the amount of sound that the user
All
is.
right, why do transparent controllers suck? Xbox controllers suck. That's not what I'm looking for. Has nobody made a video? Like, is this a phenomenon that only I'm aware of? Like, what are they called? Like, I swear it was like, you know, it might be a banger viral video to go like, why these controllers sucked, and the thumbnail is like a transparent controller. Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe it wasn't all of them, but that was my recollection of like third-party transparent controllers would always be bad. And I feel like that would be a banger viral video. And it looks like nobody's done it yet. Anybody who is an aspiring YouTuber in chat, that's free. You can have that idea. You may have that. That would bang. I would, if I wasn't a VTuber, I'd do that. I'd do that right now. What the hell is this? Is this Gooner bait? No, it's just like an animation. Is there any new Marathon stuff? Marathon game. Interested. Marathon's ordnance heist is already dividing players. We could check this out. I don't want to re-upload this. I think we can just watch this to see what Mylan's got to say. I'm not going to re-upload it though. I've already done my Marathon player count discussion for today. And I don't know. I've already reacted to one of his videos before. I don't need to farm him for content. Let's see what else we got.
All right, let's talk about Ordnance Heist, which is this event that's currently
Xbox will be selling a first-party transparent console and controller. Well, I mean, Xbox is just shit. Xbox has no games. Isn't that the meme? Like, I'm sorry. Like, if you're like a console guy, I'm sorry. I don't mean offense, but like, if you have a computer, like, I don't understand a reason to have an Xbox. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't have any exclusive games, do they? Like, at this point, the only reason to have an Xbox is if you're like a very much like a more passive game consumer, where like you're like super casual. I don't think there are any, or at least a significant amount of hardcore Xbox gamers. At least that much. I don't know. If you are really a gamer, you can't say Xbox doesn't have games. Well, I don't know. I don't know that because I don't pay attention to the console space at all. I don't know shit what's going on with Sony or Xbox, bro. I have PSN and PC. I only use the console because my friends are on PSN. Yeah. Bro, Glorp, go look at the Xbox app right now. You're on PC. Yeah, no, but that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Why would you have an Xbox console? Like, you can, like, there's Xbox Game Pass on PC. What's the point of having an Xbox? Think it depends on your social group? Yeah, probably.
in Marathon. First things first, I know there's been a lot of outrage about
Game Pass has value, bro. Dude, I remember when they first started pushing the Game Pass on PC for like $1 a month. You could get Game Pass Ultimate and play games and shit. You could just buy that and cancel it. And I would abuse the shit out of that. I'd make a new Xbox account, buy the $1 Game Pass, and cancel it just to play, Forza Horizon 4 on repeat. Forza Horizon 4, dude. That's how I started playing Forza Horizon 4. Such a good game. I remember the first time I booted that up. Man! That music! The music in Forza Horizon 4. So good, man. They already made it significantly easier to get the gun. You only need one template instead of 3 now. We'll see. I don't know. I still have I just did a little jinxie R roll there. I don't know. I still have yet to pick up the game and use the gun. I don't know. I'm still waiting for season 3. I don't know if there is anything they plan on doing season 2 that'll get me back in.
A big portion of it not working. Thankfully, I've been playing Bungie games for the last decades, and they release their updates at like 1 a.m. my time, so I'm still sleeping in bed all tucked up. And then when I wake up 6 hours later, well, actually, it's a little bit earlier than that, 4 hours later at 5 o'clock in the morning, usually everything's resolved, but the anger's still there. And there was no different today. A big portion of
I wonder who he's talking about there.
this was not working because you couldn't... something about not being able to go into Dire Marsh to actually complete some of your
I wonder who he's talking about when he says the anger is still there.
objectives, which means you couldn't do it. But by the time I got around to doing it, it was fixed. Now, I will say, it does feel like the game completely and utterly breaks every time they put in updates.
Have you seen the new Xbox X25? It's like $900. I don't know what's going on with consoles, dude. I have no reason to, I don't think there's any game that they could put, like, the only console that I would buy is a Switch, and that's because I like the Splatoon franchise. I like the colorful, fucking funny, shoot the goo at the walls to control turf. I think Splatoon is just such a neat game. I haven't it. Holy shit! It has to be close to like 10 years since I've played Splatoon. Didn't they make a Splatoon 3? And now there's like a Splatoon Splatoon Raiders. That'd be dope. And that's on the Switch too. I don't know. I'm probably never gonna buy a Switch, but like if I were to buy any console, it's probably gonna be a Switch because they actually have like games that I can't play on console and are like decently fun and interesting and unique.
Am I angry about it? No, I don't know. I've lost all the anger. I just want this game to live. I'll play it while I enjoy it, and I'm still enjoying it.
I respect that position. I said this a bunch of times. If you guys are enjoying Marathon or whatever, 2 thumbs up. But I'm like, I will say this. I probably crashed out a little bit too hard last week. I probably did go a little bit hard in the paint with my crash out. I was farming because I'm trying to be entertaining, right? But like it was like my biggest hang up is how genuinely upsetting it is with how Bungie feels like they're approaching the game. As somebody who really wants to see it succeed. Like I understand this perspective where it's just like I just want to see the game succeed. But if I want the game to succeed, I'm not going to pat the developers on the ass and say, hey, great job if they're putting actual garbage and like fucking up the game. Like, I don't want to do that. Like, I feel like that's sending a bad signal. I feel like they should be getting feedback that is honest. That says you are fucking up the game if they are fucking up the game. I think that is super important. I think that a game-breaking bug that makes a map inaccessible for 7 hours is unacceptable. Any other serious live service game would have that done in 2 or less. It's over the top ridiculous. It's insane. It's super careless. I don't know if it's a leadership issue or what, but there is something awry at this company.
I literally don't have another game that I enjoy this much that I can play. I love extraction shooters. If another extraction shooter comes along that's like sci-fi, monsters, procs chat, I'll be there and I'll be playing it. But right now, there's nothing to really pull me away from Marathon. So I'm still having a good time.
Yeah, Marathon is like the best of the best as far as extraction shooters go right now.
I've dealt with the anger of Bungie games for 10 years and it just doesn't get you anywhere. I think the best thing to do is
here's another perspective I don't understand. Maybe this is why a lot of the Destiny people who make their entire personality that they play Destiny, the reason why they're upset with me is that I don't understand that apparently this is like a normal Bungie thing, and that if you give them this negative feedback, it's not going to help. I don't know. Again, I've never played Destiny. I don't know. I feel like they should be getting negative feedback if they're doing negative things, though. I'm not going to like be like, yeah, great job. I'm not going to do that. I can't accept it because even though I can put up with the jank, I know we need to tell others to not be put off with it. I mean, if you're a new player starting the game today, Marathon is probably decent fun, but there's not a whole lot of people picking up the game right now, and there's no reason to.
You're angry, just don't play it. You know, and I know Bungie's working very hard to get you to play the game. Right.
Maybe in season 3.
Right. what I think of the event itself, let's talk about it a little bit. So you go into any map. Any map? The manifests are in any map. You have to loot.
I didn't know this. I think I watched another video explaining it, or like a stream or something. In like the blog thing, I'm pretty sure they said the manifests are on perimeter, but I guess they're actually on every map, and they didn't really explain that very well. Again, they got to lock in with like how they convey information in their blogs and stuff. Like there's typos in every other blog. In the game, like there's like stats where it like increases range by a substantial amount instead of giving you a percentage or a specific range amount. It's like stuff like that. It's just, I don't know. It does feel super lazy. Disagree as a Destiny player. Bungie does their best with their backs against the wall. They frequently get into slumps and then turn around. Well, the make or break moment is season 3. If season 3 is not good, I highly doubt we're getting season 4, 5, and beyond. Like it's looking really bad right now.
Bot bags like you would on Nighttime Marsh or like you would on Cryo Archive and get manifests from them, which then can exchange for these things. And you can actually get a Synapse Cube, which seems very good. I don't know if this is going to refresh daily. I don't think we know yet at the time of recording this. By the time this is out, you probably will know. So let me know. But you can also buy key templates. You can buy, there's new implants. Nifty little demo, which is actually not bad. Backpacks. There are also some new.
My experience, Bungie Marathon has been one of the most communicated and updated game in their catalog. Again, it might be the best updated like Bungie game in their catalog. It's not good though. Bungie games do not exist in a vacuum of the universe where only Bungie live service games exist. They exist in a universe where all the most popular games are multiplayer live service games, and they all provide better service than this one. Like I don't care how good it is relative to Destiny. Like there are just like every other game is handling their shit way better right now. Like again, I have no loyalty to Bungie or whatever. They made a cool game, but they are handling it like dog shit. It's super unfortunate. It's super, super duper unfortunate. Like, I don't know if it's because like there's no more QA team or what, but I don't know what the reason is. The game's just bad though. As the consumer, I don't know why the game's bad. All I know is that it is. And that's all that matters to me on the consumer end. I don't know anything about game dev. I don't know anything about how their company is structured. I don't know anything about fucking anything. I'm just like a fat, lazy slob yapping into a microphone. All I know is that the game doesn't work and it sucks to play. And whatever they got to do to solve that, I hope they can get it done. I don't hate the developers. I don't, if it's the leadership's fault, I hate the leadership. But the people actually on the ground, like, if there's ever anything ever going wrong anytime, the blame should always be put on the people in charge. It's never the developers. It's never like the people actually working on the thing. It should always be on the people allocating labor and who are responsible of hiring the people. If the people if somebody like fucks up a 3D model and they're like consistently fucking it up, and like if they just can't do their job, then even then it's the leader's fault for hiring and like keeping that person on the team without correcting that behavior. It always falls back on management. So at the end of the day, like honestly, it's probably leadership's fault universally. I don't know if they need to hire more QA people or what, but yeah.
Chip mods as well that you can buy, and each time you can buy 2 key templates from these guys, from Traxxas and Modder. If you don't buy them from the armory, you have to go find them in the game. Elites have a chance of having them on them when you're checking bags. You can also get them from commanders, and I think they're a guaranteed drop from wardens. You need to collect 3 of these templates, and they're like key templates, and then you need to go into Dire Marsh to complete them. They are things that can be quite easy. Like sometimes it's like stab recruits with a knife. I had ones that I would just like kill turrets. In general, I see if Chad agrees with me here. They are easier than normal key templates. Like they're not super.
The like handful of games we played All the missions we got were like universally easier than the normal key templates. Everyone.
Hard to complete. You need to complete 3 of them, and then exfil, and then when you go back in, it acts like a key, and there'll be a thing on the map that you can go and loot. And it's just literally a locker. I was under the impression it was going to like set off an alarm, or it's going to, you know, spawn in bots, but it's just a lootable locker. It's not like a key room or anything. And the new gun is in there. This is a weapon.
Okay, how good is the loot?
That you cannot extract with.
You're telling me you gotta go to like 2 different maps and do some like bullshit loud ass objective, unlock this locker, and you get like a purple shield and a purple valuable and a couple of chips? Mijo, mi hombre. This is like a little underwhelming for how late in the season that they dropped this update.
It
definitely a mode for the people that actually play the PvP. Yeah. Like at this point, the loot that you get is better off the players that you're gonna kill getting this thing.
Has contraband mods.
Steak has been hard farming them and got like 8 golden shields. Really? Okay. All right. Well, I don't know the drop tables then. If there's like golds in here, then that's good. That's good. There should be like decent odds of getting a gold in this thing. If you got to go to like multiple different maps and do some lattice objective.
It 2 taps any shielded player. So it would 2 tap purples, gold shields, blue shields. I believe it does, and chat will confirm with me. It's either 100 or 120. And the reason we know it does that much damage is we did shoot a player, and we did a collab stream with Seraph, Max, and Jake this morning. And Seraph only shot a player twice with it, and I think his score was like 220. But also there's a little bit of splash damage, a little bit of burn damage. So the direct impact plus something else. Regardless, if you hit them with it, you will 2-shot any player regardless of the shield. Assassin?
Yeah.
Blast me!
Alright.
Okay, hold on. That got rid of his entire shield bar. Can I please go back? Oh, there we go. Okay. So he had full purple. So what is that? 80. That's probably 100 damage. I think that's 100 damage. What do you mean 2-shot? Look at my clip. Yeah, Asher, that's what I was saying. I think you got hit regged or something, because it did look super strange. A lot of people say it sucks. Maybe like proportionally for how long it takes you to actually get it. I don't know. It kind of like feeds back into like what they are trying to do with the game. It's just like, how overpowered should it be? Why go for this over using an outland? Because it does splash damage. Killed someone and seen they had it, didn't even pick it up. Really? That's funny.
Holy shit.
I mean,
Cool.
it's kind of bad.
Oh, I'm gonna die.
Also, the fire rate is fast. It has the fire rate of a long shot, I think, as well.
You need to
It's like outland damage, long shot fire rate. I think it's even faster than the long shot,
it must
too.
be pretty juiced against bots because it does 2-shot commanders as well.
That's good, too. It might have, like, boosted UASC damage.
I would like to take a Strider in and actually have a look at exactly how much damage it does, but didn't quite get there today. The gun itself, very fun. You can't exfil with it. It is interesting to use. Now, I think what most people have issue with is there are a lot of steps to get essentially what is a sniper. The quickest you can do it is 3. Actually, you could technically do it in 2 if you went into Dire Marsh and you killed.
Technically, couldn't you just camp the locker and kill whoever comes to get the locker?
A player
Could do it in 1.
That had key templates, and then you completed the key templates during that run.
You shoot the Firestorm into a UASC dropship, it instantly deletes the bots inside. Okay, that's awesome.
And then you
That's
went and got
actually
it. So I
pretty
guess
good.
you could do it in 2 runs if you kill someone that already has the templates on them, right? Quick update as well. Spectre in chat asked, anything else in the locker is worth going for? Yes, actually you get all the new implants in the locker. You get the new implants. You get the new chip mods, like a selection of them. We got purple. I got a purple shield, purple implants, a purple.
Just talking about the loot. We already been over. So you think there's like good stuff in the loot
like
pool?
A temporary weapon, When you exfil with it, it gets
Even if you camp, someone has to do the work. Kind of an issue that the work always needs to be done. I don't know. There needs to be some kind of a hurdle to get to the power weapon.
It's deleted, and you get 7,700.
Saw Mylan do that in Solos yesterday. It was pretty crazy. They were about to jump, then boop, all the bots are gone.
77 credits, which is dog shit. I think that should be a little bit higher. But you don't really get...
Wait, how many credits?
When you exfil with it, it gets deleted, and you get 7,777 credits.
You get 7,000 credit. Like, this, okay. I know I just said it should, like, blame should always fall back on leadership. But I feel like this change, okay, you know, it does always fall back on leadership. That should not have made it past leadership. Like a multi-map special gun, and it only gives you 7,000 credits. Oh, and it's 7,077. Which, like, oh, funny number. It's all sevens. Like, it's like, it does feel like out of touch with what the player base wants, though, and like what makes sense to have. You need 3 keys to open the locker, but selling 3 keys is 9K. Yeah, like shit like that. Like, it's just out of touch. It should either be 77,777 for the player that exfils with it, which might be a bit too much. Or it should be like 3,000 or 33,333 on for everyone on your team. And you know what? Fuck it. We're late in the season. Fuck it. 77,777 for whoever exfils with it. Why not? Why not? The compiler trace gives you 120K across your entire team. Why are they so like? It's like shit like this, man. Where it's just like it's like they don't even there's not enough thought that goes into this shit.
Which is dog shit. I think that should be a little bit higher. But you don't really get much for exfilling with it. It's really like do this thing as a fun thing to get this new weapon and muck around with it. I think what Bungie intended this to be is this is them launching power weapons. We're adding the idea and the concept of power weapons existing in an extraction shooter, which is kind of newish. That doesn't really exist as far as I know, like in other shooters. Like Tarkov has like stationary weapons that are very strong that you can go and use, but like, and they've got bosses that drop like really good weapons and different ammo.
I think he's out of ammo. Yeah, he
like
shot all his bullets.
Weapon, right? So this event, I think, is
yeah, the power weapon. He got 0 kills out of his 6 shots here, bro. Hold on.
That doesn't really
like I'm sure he did a little bit of peel here.
Like
he did a fair amount of damage.
Like stationary weapons.
He killed a couple robots. No kills though.
And then once the event is gone,
honestly, if they made the Firestorm do 200 damage, but you only get 1 shot, that would probably be balanced. Power weapon is a free 0 counterplay squad wipe if you have hands. Are you insulting Mylan right now? What's up, Strike XYZ? How's it going, buddy? I mean, I think they should have made it do like 200 damage, which means 1 shot literally everything, but you only get 1 bullet. I feel like that would be way better.
Then this weapon now drops from supply drops, which is completely different and very, very, very interesting because now
splash damage is literally not that much. The splash damage should do like a handful of damage, but I feel like 200 damage for a 1-shot gun. I feel like that would be reasonable.
Okay, as a rook, if I go into other maps, it's probably worth me hitting supply drops. It's probably worth me trying to get hold of this like one-time this weapon to wipe out a team, and then it
and he also just lost.
All of a sudden has a purpose. So I think a lot of people are going to look at the event and be like, "There's no real purpose to this." And I think what I would say is I think the purpose is just like it's just meant to be a bit of fun to showcase.
Yeah, the point, like, technically, actually, if you want to get technical, there's no purpose to anything because we're all going to die one day. Yeah, I mean, like, there's no purpose in the sense that there's no wider progression, but the point of adding this, I think, was to add another element to the endgame sandbox. The problem is the way it was implemented doesn't make sense for the current endgame sandbox. It just, like, loops back around to, like, whoever approved this shit. Just like there's like a disconnect between the people who actually play the game. Firestorm is being pulled in most games I'm in. Doing 200 damage is ridiculous. No one would want that. Yeah, but if it only had one shot, you had one shot and it does 200 damage if it's a direct hit, and the splash damage is like a frag grenade. I feel like that would be a fun power weapon. You get one shot, and it's like a hit scan frag grenade. It does more damage. I feel like that'd be cool.
A new power weapon. And then once it's actually in the game, this is going to be incredibly valuable. Like, this will completely and utterly change your swing fights. If you are undergeared and you find this in a supply drop, all of a sudden you might actually be able to take out like a fully juiced team with it. But I definitely get where people are coming from, like, why do I want to do all this effort? And honestly, you don't really need to. It's only like for fun to get your hand on the weapon and to try it out. Yeah, it's also going to be good for, well, I want to test how much damage it does to wardens and like rocket drones and stuff like that. Like, maybe it will be fine for nuking some PvE as well. I think this part of the event is great, and be happy to keep seeing more of this stuff, especially if these Synapse Cubes refresh, which I doubt they will, not daily, but being able to farm and actually be active on the maps. And
yeah, with how late we are in the season, I don't know why they're being stingy like this, where it's like limit 1 per day, right? Like, why? Or not 1 per day, but like once for the event. Why are they so stingy with the loot? The first 2 weeks of the wipe, you printed gold like without stopping people. Why are you stingy now? It doesn't make any sense.
Daily, but being able to farm and actually be
that definitely seems like some early game thing, not this late into the wipe. Honestly, yeah, the Firestorm as it is right now, if they added it in a true mid-season or like late early season scenario, like if they didn't fuck up the progression this season, if they added this event in like a month after the launch of season 2, honestly, yeah. I feel like it would be a way better fit. But like everybody's at like the end game. Anybody who's like seriously playing is like up there. I don't know. Maybe there are like, of the 2,000 people, I'd say probably total active daily players. I don't know what the actual arithmetic is, generally speaking, for most Steam games, but I would reckon there's probably maybe 10 to 20,000 daily players total for Marathon. Maybe. I don't know that. It could be more. Of the 10 to 20,000, I can see a couple thousand seeing this event as like useful and good because they're still skewed towards the early game. But I would reckon most people who are still active players slant towards the late game right now at this point with how fucked the progression has been. There's maybe a couple thousand that this is like, oh, this is neat. But like the majority of people is like, why? What's the point?
On the maps and get UESC manifest to then like get some gold salvage. I do think the game needs more of this in it as well. What I would say overall about my experience with this is, and I actually uploaded this to the other channel, I think these games are at its best when there are lots of things to distract you. Oh, Warden is up. Oh, Anomaly is up. Oh, Convoy is there. Oh, a supply drop is here. Let's check it for a power weapon. I think it's, the game is at its best when you're trying to like juggle multiple things and then you get into a fight. Obviously, everyone knows my opinion about ranked. I don't like ranked. I don't like when the game is purely PvP because it ends up being pick a point of interest, get the high ground, wait,
Dude, ranked. Oh my god, man. You know what would have been a way... Nah, they can't do it for mid-season because it's already been... One of my top items on my Season 3 wish list, I don't know if they're going to do it because it's probably too late. Like the start of Season 2, it's been too late. But I've been saying this since probably like late Season 1. They need to rework ranked to be sponsor kits only. It is ridiculous that there's no sponsor kit only ranked. Like, it doesn't make any sense.
Recon burst, wait for shots, third party. Like, I like when the game...
Need to see how ranked is now with all loot spawns, POIs has been buffed. Yeah, I heard that. Like, if it uses the same loot table as Cryo, that means that it's worth checking robot bags for, like, self-revives and stuff. But, like, it's just mind-boggling how they thought ranked should be open loadout. Like, what's the point of ranked then? Like, a ranked mode should, like, start people on an even playing field. Rank needs a total rework? Yeah. There's probably other stuff they need to do beyond making it sponsor kits only. Like, I feel like they should have some sort of, like, progression. Like, the higher tier you are, you get access to better sponsor kits. Maybe. The only issue with that... Okay, I already talked about this, like... maybe I talked about this in the Marathon Sucks video, but... The only issue with giving people better ranked sponsor kits as they rank up is that there's not enough people to matchmake within a specific band of ranked. So the best way to do it, in my opinion, is to bring back low stakes and high stakes. So once you get to platinum above, you have access to better sponsor kits that you can bring into high stakes, which will give you better loot and reward you for that. And like, so you can actually come out with like better shit. Literally played 0 ranked because it does not make sense to me. Yeah. And I love ranked modes. I play the shit out of ranked in Counter-Strike. The past few days, I've been playing ranked in fucking League off stream. I would play like a couple of games of ranked. Past couple days, I play a couple of games of ranked every day. Although I am getting tilted. I'm probably not going to play any ranked for a little bit on League. But like, I love ranked modes in games, but it makes no sense how there's not like an even baseline playing field. Like, what's the point of ranked then?
To get its
and then player-based solo bronze are running into Pinnacle 1. Yeah, it just makes no sense. Like, and there would actually be a population to sustain the fucking ranked player base if they actually made it even like
player base.
So frustrating. Me and my girlfriend decided to start playing Marathon again the other day. We can't even hardly get through a run without getting destroyed by somebody with better gear because we don't have good gear. Yeah. Oh, it's rough right now. It's rough, especially if you don't have a low-level account. Like, if your account is above level 50 right now, it's going to be rough.
To do stuff, and then you get into fights while you're doing it. Because that's where the risk versus reward comes into it. Do I have enough time to do this activity, this event? Do I have enough time to do this without getting third-partied? We better keep someone looking out, blah, 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 blah. So, I do like this idea of adding power weapons. I do like this idea of...
You can't use a free kit right now? Is it that bad? Like, how are solos? Like, if you solo free kit, is it playable? Or is solo free kit just absolutely trash? You can use a free kit. I know you can use a free kit. I know you can use a free kit, but how bad is it? Like, what kind of players are you getting matched with? Like, I never ran, like, trio free kit or whatever. I would always go solo free kit. But are there even, like, a bunch of purple kits in solo? Level 500 getting put with levels 50, 70. There's no level-based matchmaking. There is Tom Banks, but the problem is the player count is so low right now, it's difficult to match people within level bands. Also, the level-based matchmaking is probably more so skewed between, like, below level 100. It tries to match people with each other. But again, the player count is low enough that it's probably just trying to put people in a match. Like, saying that, oh, I had a game where I encountered a low-level player. That doesn't disprove the idea that there's level-based matchmaking. There absolutely is. I've made a alt account. You can check this yourself. You can Steam Family Share a Marathon to another account. If you queue up, I actually can't guarantee this for how late in the season it is. I don't know how many new players there are, but I made a new alt account for the end of season 1, and I immediately got put with new players. There is absolutely level-based matchmaking. What's up, Tom TV Master? What's
like
good?
Multi-contract, multi-map things too. I think that's a good concept in general. Like, cool. It would probably be
was
worth...
in solo yesterday for a few games and ran over everyone on free kits.
But if you could...
Well, good for you, Astra. Good for
It'd probably be worth it if you...
There's still low IQ geared squads you can wipe with a Retaliator, Magnum, or Volt Thrower. I feel like that's... It's like, again, it is possible to outplay people with better gear, but it's not very common.
Take it back in once.
If it's definitely possible.
This, and it only
like, you can do it with a free kit, but the good part about a free kit is you don't lose anything if you die, right?
Could take it back in just once. It actually might be worth it for that too. I mean, ranked players would probably farm it just to take it back into a ranked match at least once. You know, if it had something on it like a perk that said, you know, this is going to dismantle your next run or something like that. So. There's lots of concepts here that I like, but it obviously still is in experimental stage and it's not the finished product yet. And I think if that's your complaint about it, I think that's a fair complaint as well. You know, we are still kind of in season 2, but we're still experimenting with stuff and seeing what players like and don't like. I think overall, though, a lot of players are putting a lot of, like, this needs to be the thing that saves Marathon. This needs to be the thing that brings big numbers in. And
this event... So the reason why I was upset with this event wasn't because, there is nothing they can do in season 2 to, like, bump up the player count. And that's not what I wanted out of this. I feel like at the very least, at this point, they need to be more responsive to the poor state of the game. And, like, being more... like, updating the meta more often, addressing the bugs that are still fucking in the game. Like, I don't know, man. Just waiting for season 3, dude.
It's a very soft...
I don't know what I want to say, man.
...of basically giving players a power weapon in the game that's going to be introduced to the loot pool. And I think if you think about it like that, it's actually pretty good. It's actually pretty fun. I think if you try to take it more than that, I think it's when you start getting pretty critical of Bungie and the mode. Is that a reasonable and nuanced discussion about it? Like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you next time.
Be careful, Mylan. You actually said something that kind of towed the line of being negative about Marathon. They will fucking crucify you on Twitter, bro. You got to be careful.
Bye-bye.
That's some dangerous shit, bro. You can't say there's any problems with Marathon. They will kill you on Twitter. This is AI slop. Disgusting. What the hell? Ew. This game is the shittiest rats I've ever seen. Oh, hey, another Mylan update. Bungie gave a massive loot buff. I think he's just talking about the rank thing. I don't really care. I hate ads, maybe. Oh, you know what? There's about 1 hour remaining until we can see whether or not the Steam frame releases. There's a problem with a game that lost 97% of its player base. Here's the thing, Yami Chichi. I've talked about this before. We're going back to the Steam chart. The reason why I've been talking about the Steam player counts for like weeks now. I think like since early in season 2. I've talked about this so much. This drop off for a live service game for the first month or like few weeks, totally normal. Even after like a big update, totally normal. Like saying like, oh, it went from 40,000 to 20,000 in a week. The game's dead. This is not a good metric. It is like there's relevance to it, but like it lacks actual analysis. The big stat that is way more important is the longer term player retention and how like what percentage of people stop playing every week. That is way more important than 97% of people stop playing since the launch or since the peak. That's not a useful metric at all. What makes a sustainable live service game is having like a core audience of people who will continue buying your microtransactions. The rate that Marathon is hemorrhaging players is unsustainable and it's going to kill the game. And like it's like Bungie only has themselves to blame for that because like it's insane the shit that the fucking things they're doing. Whatever. We've already talked about Steam charts. I'm done with it. I like Zaza in China. I'll probably watch this on my own time later. It's a decent video. Yeah, good luck, Yami. Have fun in your ranked game. Why does this keep getting recommended? Hello, everyone. New rule has been something. I can't believe I have to say this. Please. What the fuck is this? No. Playlist Nintendo music that feel chilling at home. Is this AI? Oh, this is probably AI. This might be AI. Problem with copyright issues, please, or question, please do not report me. Take 10. Is this AI or not? Dude, I can't. These music playlists, they're oftentimes AI. I can't trust it. Can't trust it, bro. Rare CIA grenade? What the? What else we got? Where's my music? Play Cicada Mata. I saw that game. Maybe. Hold on. Let me pull it up on Steam. What are the reviews looking like? I did see something about the developer being like a weird pro Russia guy who like said weird things about Ukraine, maybe? I don't know. I'd have to look into that again. But if so, out of principle, I don't think I'd want to play it. Avo, this is what it feels like to play CSGO's Flying Scotsman with a Kigurumi on a transgender breakcore mix playing in the background. I mean, it looks like it might be fun. I heard that, but the game is free. It's $9 on Steam. Technically speaking, any game can be free, but since I'm live streaming it... Oh, it's Fire, not free. Okay, I was about to say, although theoretically I could play the game without supporting the developer, I wouldn't want to give them free advertising by playing their game if they're like a shitty person. I don't know. Like, I feel like it's like separating the art and the artist. I mean, maybe, but like, I don't know. The past year or two, I've been wanting to be like more conscientious with like, and intentional with the things that I do and like how I want the world to be. And I think that giving people like this financial success probably, I say people like this, I don't know for sure. I should look into it again. I don't mean to spread rumors unduly, unjustly. I should look into it more. In the same way that I wouldn't want people to cast judgment on me because they read a fucking tweet that said I unfollowed my day ones, which was absolutely not true. I don't know. I should look into it some more. Instead of just believing everything I read on Twitter. What's the percentage you think Steam Frame will be released today? I'm pretty convinced it's highly probable. What's the prediction right now? Hold on. Flash. What's it looking like? Flash prediction. Right now, the Twitch, you can't vote anymore because it ran out. Right now, Twitch chat is thinking 32% yes, 68% no. I think it's pretty likely we're going to see it today. We're going to see here in about an hour, though. The past two Steam hardware announcements have been at about 10 a.m. Pacific, plus or minus, usually plus about 15, 30 minutes. We'll see. We'll give it an hour. Yeah, that's my game of the year. Fast, violent, never unfair, always stylish. I don't know. I'll have to see. I'll take another look. Let's see what else we got. What's on the YouTube homepage? What's a strange creature in my room? This is the color guy.
Why is this strange creature in the corner of my room? It has two eyes.
I'll say if it doesn't release, I'm going to go for Beyond Big Screen 2. I don't know what that is. Is that like a different VR headset? Beyond Big Screen 2? Never heard of it. I don't think it'll be today because Valve only makes announcements on Tuesdays. Nope. Every other Steam hardware announcement they've done on a Monday. It's always been Monday. The past, the Steam controller, the Steam machine, both on a Monday, both at around 10 a.m. Pacific. I can bring them up right now. Hold on. I just had a Steam announcement. Steam machine launches today on Monday, June 22nd at 10:07 a.m. Pacific. Steam controller announcement. Reserve your Steam controller today. Oh wait, no. This is a reservations update. Hold on. Steam controller. It's almost here. Is it this one? Yep, Steam controller. It's almost here. Monday, April 22nd, 10:11 a.m. Pacific. So it's always on a Monday, always at around 10 a.m. Pacific. I think it's going to be today. It's either going to be today or next week, or it could just be never. That's possible too. Maybe they're just throwing them all in the trash can. Just keep shilling. Mari Hajip. What the fuck is this?
Eyes and a mouth, but it doesn't appear to ever.
Don't believe the Steam controller is even launched. If I can't buy it until next year, maybe it's not out. At the current point in time, you have to buy from a scalper if you want one, which is unfortunate. I have a Steam controller, but that's because I was spamming the order button for the first 20 minutes to even get it.
Use them, and when I get too close, it just phases away. Uldrek! It told me that's its name. At night, it comes to me in dreams. It tells me to do bad things, really bad things. And when I wake up, I'm terrified because I think I will. But I don't. It can't corrupt me, but it is here to torment me.
Beyond Big Screen 2 is a pretty lightweight headset, but only worth it if you already got the base stations required to use it. Does it need, like, index base stations? Is it one of those?
It's like my shadow, giving me a direct line of insight into my worst impulses and ambitions. So, what is it? Is it a collective hallucination? Is it an interdimensional being? Is it a test from God? We don't know.
Beyond is a better VR set, but I was more interested in Frame because much more user-friendly. Beyond Big Screen, more headache, download this folder, etc. Steam Frame just turned on and it works. Yeah, I don't know. So excited for it. I hope it's today. I hope. I'm on that hope.
We want to know.
Was that muted, Spectre?
And as always.
You're the 900th like. Oh, I should be the 900th like. There you go. I'll like it. I'll like it for the 900. Beyond has very limited brightness, difficult persistence, and the Gen 2 Beyond runs very hot, and some users can't tolerate how it feels like their eyes are cooking in there. Okay, I don't know. Okay, hold on. What is this? Beyond, what the fuck is it called? Beyond Big Screen? Beyond Big Screen 2. What is this? Future of VR is here. What the hell is this? That thing's like tiny. Mind-blowing VR. Okay, so that's like the gimmick. It's just like a small, lightweight VR. Is that it? Headset for social VR. Is that it? It's just like a small headset. Thrill Seeker. I wish there was a tech channel that I could watch and for me to actually like it. Honestly, I think we watched this guy, this furry guy. Fuck it. I think we watched I don't want to watch Linus Tech Tips. I don't want to feed his private jet addiction. I feel like this guy's I don't like this guy's aesthetic. I mean, no disrespect when I'm saying any of this, but I'm not a fan of this guy's aesthetic. I think we watched the furry, honestly. What the fuck? Dude, that's a crazy starting few frames. Oh my goodness. All right, what does this guy get to say? Holy loud.
When you think of VR...
Hold on. This is your Big Screen Beyond. Extra large -2. Custom made for you in Los Angeles, California. This card has been signed by each person involved in building your headset. From all of us on the Big Screen team, thank you for your support. And if you have any questions, email me.
When you think of VR...
And is so corrupt and annoying how his videos are about building expensive things into his rich house. That's another... I don't like content where it's just about, overconsumption. I generally, as we talked about this earlier, Gamers Nexus is generally super information dense, and there's a lot of technical jargon. It can be too much, and it's usually better as background noise than it is for active consumption. But I find videos where it's just look at how much I can consume, kind of repulsive. I don't know. I know the obviously the wider society does not agree with me, as those types of videos perform very well. Oh, I'm dropping a shitload of frames. Sorry if it's buffering. Hold on. Let me just spam it in chat. I'm dropping frames. You guys are buffering. That's what's going on. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm getting red bar here. Internet is absolutely shitting the bed. See, Big War Dog's announcement is happening in the FBS shows. Devs on Discord are teasing an open beta announcement. I mean, yeah, I figured that an open beta was going to be next. I figured. Love PC. I love PC gaming, but sometimes I miss console where you just press it and everything works. PC gaming, there's a Windows update and all of a sudden there's no sound in my headset. I've been kind of fortunate, and I hope you can hear me right now. I hope I'm not just ranting myself. I've been pretty fortunate in that my technology hasn't really broken on an update in a while. I feel like Windows is probably the best gaming experience, unfortunately, because despite all the bullshit bloat they have on this thing, it just consistently works most of the time. Just the consistency of what games are you playing in VR? Oh, dude, I love Hot Dogs, Horseshoes, and Hand Grenades. My all-time favorite. I'm not a big VR chatter. I know a lot of people like that, but I love VR because of the immersive. Like, I like guns. I think guns are really cool. I have a gun over there. Is pretty dope. I got a AK. Is pretty tight. I love it. I think guns are really cool. I like gun VR games. My all-time most played is probably Hot Dogs, Horseshoes, and Hand Grenades. I played a fair amount of Ghost of Tabor, which was fun. Bam likes that game too. What's up, Agent? I love VR, but doesn't have a VR headset. I've owned, I forget, 2 or 3 indexes all time. But every time I've had a living situation change, I have to sell it because it's like transporting an index is just such a clunky piece of shit. And like, if you don't have a room dedicated for it, or if you don't have enough space, it's better to just sell it. I've owned like 2 or 3 indexes, and I've sold every one of them. I forget if it was 2 or 3, probably 2. And I just need to get another VR headset so I can play it again. How am I still dropping frames? What is, like, I don't want to turn on the video until my frame rate stabilizes. This is getting insane. So getting a beyond big screen just adds to that headache. Yeah, Oppa Kuono. This, like, when you're getting a piece of technology like this is like an enthusiast type thing. Like the beyond big screen, it's like you're shouldering the risk of there being more technical issues at the benefit of having the more niche experience on the cutting edge. And this kind of goes for anything. If you want the more cutting edge experience, like technically speaking, PC gaming is at the more cutting edge than console gaming, right? And with that, you shoulder the risk of having more technical issues with the benefit of having way more customizability. Just like that's really the biggest benefit, is just being able to do way more of what you want, but you shoulder that responsibility of fixing whatever technical issues. All right, the frames are back, so we can watch the video. I'm not dropping frames anymore, so we should be good.
You probably think of a toaster strapped to your head, but it doesn't have to be that way. This is the Big Screen Beyond 2E.
Yeah, these are small. It's like a small set of goggles.
A lightweight PC VR headset, and it was my primary headset in social VR for several months. First, Big Screen affiliate link disclosure. From my experience, the Beyond 2E's low weight has an impact, and the view is impressive for its size. With that said, this is an expensive minimal headset. I had some high expectations where it fell short.
It has eye tracking? Okay, that's surprising. A headset this small, I wouldn't expect it to have eye tracking. Visuals, I would presume they're going to be bad, and the comfort, probably not great.
Beyond that, I faced technical issues as well. The Big Screen Beyond 2E makes a very clear statement about the future of VR, even if I don't recommend it. This is still the most expensive hardware.
Yeah, the point of this product is probably just to be like a cutting edge thing. It needs eye tracking. Why do you say so? Does a Steam Frame have eye tracking? Oh, wait, it does, so it can do the upscaling, right? I don't know. I've never found eye tracking to be super useful personally. I don't know, because I don't fucking do VR. So
I've bought for this channel.
I don't do VR. I don't do VR chat is what I meant to say. I know you guys like it in VR chat, so there's more like expression and shit. The eye tracking is pretty rough depending on your face shape. I've yet to meet anyone in social VR whose eyes look good, not really usable for foveated rendering. Oh, okay.
So first, a sponsored message from Resonite. Resonite is a social VR sandbox. They held a community vote.
Miho, why would you make another one? How much money does VR chat make? They have like VR chat premium, right? Why would you try to make another? It doesn't make... What's the point?
Players get started. It's free to play. Link in the description. Side to side. Compared to larger headsets,
are social VR sandboxes safe? I don't do VR chat or anything like that, but I would say generally speaking, they should probably be 18 plus, especially VR chat. I think that Rec Room was probably like the best if you're like a kid, right? But they shut that game down. As far as like quote unquote safe, what do you mean? As far as like, there's a lot of freaky shit that goes down in VR chat. I don't know.
It's a wow factor. Granted, I never tried the Beyond 1 because the lenses were fixed into place per order. Now you can adjust them with a small...
If you mean safe as far as like if somebody can shoot you in the head through your VR headset, yeah, no, you're going to be fine. Nobody can like physically injure you.
Tool. It's a bit finicky.
I mean, they could. There's probably like custom avatars that can give you a seizure if you're epileptic, but past that, I don't think you can actually be like physically harmed.
To do on the fly, but with an IP...
Resonate is more of a creative tool. You can hang out. A lot of people making interesting stuff on there, making avatars, making worlds, very powerful. It needs a good PC and a steep learning curve. Okay, so is it like VR chat, but in a better engine? VR chat uses Unity, right? Is it just like on a better engine that's like more optimized for a more custom experience? Don't you die in VR if you die in the game? Yeah, you die. Yeah, it's like what is it? Ready Player One. You die in the game and you die in real life.
Key measurement.
That's the rule. That's how they do it.
Quickly and could tweak things from there. The Beyond is also known for its personalized...
What's up, Mr. Golub? Yeah, I've been Steam chart posting.
Seal, blocking out
We've been Steam chart streaming the stream too.
Light for
should rewind a bit. How you doing today?
Glasses sure don't fit in here. Be nice. This dog paid extra to see you. However, in my experience, low weight does not solve long-term comfort. Heat gradually accumulates alongside the seal. It does not. This dog all light for emergency.
Oh, is that like a rubber gasket? Oh, yeah, that does not look very breathable at all. It looks like a... Is that foam? Okay, if there's a little bit of foam, that's a little better. But in such a small package... Dissipating the heat is going to be a huge issue there.
I never tried the Beyond 1 because the lenses were fixed into place per order. Now you can adjust them with a small tool. It's a bit finicky to do on the fly, but with an IPD measurement, I got started.
Well, thanks for my goal.
Appreciate it, buddy. Things from there.
3D printed foam and formed directly to your face. How much does this thing cost? Is like, what is this, like $2,000?
It is also known for its personalized face gasket, made from an iPhone scan. It creates a complete seal, blocking out all light for immersion. Although my glasses...
I feel like the foam they use might be too dense if it's like cooking your eyeballs. Pretty sure they'll do VR hardcore realms where if you die IRL. Probably.
Sure don't fit in here. Be nice. This dog paid extra to see you. However, in my experience, low weight does not solve long-term comfort. Heat gradually accumulates alongside the sealed gasket. I find myself frequently lifting the headset off just to get fresh air around the eyes. This heat puts a damper on long-term comfort, alongside other comfort issues, like eyelashes touching the lenses and the pressure the gasket puts on the muscles around the eyes. Oh yeah, I accidentally broke...
Yeah, that's a super dense foam. Yeah, there's like no breathability in that. It looks like a piece of rubber. That's why it overheats, bro. This is so sad. Glorp scammed me. No, I didn't! I could have turned off the mate toggle. I could have waited until tomorrow when the next person redeemed it.
The gasket, internal plastic snapped in one thin area and the others followed. There is an option for a universal gasket and halo mount, but I haven't tried them, so I can't compare the experience. But what I can talk about is the view from inside. The new optics are quite clear. I still see some blur.
The new optics are quite clear. He says there's like visible smudges
with fine text pushed to the edge. However, what you see is largely usable with enough space to glance around with your eyes instead of your head. Underneath the lens is a micro OLED display. Here, the dark areas appear truly dark. It almost blends in with the edges of the gasket. It's not the highest resolution on the market, and the 90 Hz mode is still a limitation. However, I can't see the grid between pixels anymore. There's nuance to faster pixel response times on OLED versus LCD, but it's a bit out of my depth. So
is it just a straight USB-C connection? That's pretty good too. Is 2K a lot for this? I mean, the Steam frame is probably going to be 900, 1200. This being 2K, it's like highly customized and it seems like probably low production. So, I mean, is it a lot for this? Probably not, but it's a lot for what you're getting. Type shit.
Quest 3.
Lenses are in metal tubes that conduct heat from the circuitry near your eyes and radiate it in there. It needs a special box. It doesn't work on regular USB ports. Computers out? Okay.
And if I click it, here it is with the Beyond 2. This is not a great test given accessories to accommodate my vision, but your mileage will vary anyways. Most notable is the shape of the Beyond 2's
type
field of
shit.
view. This is useful area. However, it's no wonder Big Screen advertises diagonal field of view. The overlap scored a little bit higher than the Quest 3. A headset closer to 100 may provide more depth perception. One drawback is a color shift across the lens. I mostly noticed blue against plain white in the edges of the screen. Color accuracy was not my top priority, but I think it's worth pointing out. Increasing brightness on the micro OLED display can cause image persistence. Put simply, around 100% brightness, I find moving around looks blurry and distracting. Overdriving past 100% gets very
Oh, you can overclock it? Why would you want to overclock it? It already overheats.
blurry and rams up the fan. I expected this as a trade-off and lowered the brightness down to 40 or 60%. There is a glaring issue though. Literally, these are pancake lenses. It fades away in normal balanced scenes, but if a sharp reflection from a bright object appears in a dark area, that glare is impossible for me to ignore. So all is fine in the dark void, but the moment I pull out a white cube, I can easily see the glare from this. The glare still puts a damper on the otherwise dark environments provided by the OLED display, and I find this glare is far sharper and more distracting than on a Quest 3 or Quest Pro. What didn't annoy me though is returning to SteamVR. If you have a SteamVR Lighthouse setup,
Oh, shout out Index, bro. Look at this big chunky piece of shit. The edge of luxury. Like, we're going to look back on the Index like we look back on like 70s, 80s, 90s luxury vehicles, okay? Like, it's a big mama. There's a lot going on here, but man, look at that cushy texture fabric cover on the foam. Look at how well shaped it is. Look at the rotating headphones. The speaker, dude. And get an Index for free from my school because they have them to loan. It's awesome. Wow. That's actually pretty cool.
this is plug and play. Now,
I love the
installing
Index, bro.
Lighthouses
It's so
adds
cool.
a lot of friction to initial setup. And
I'm sorry, Miho, what? Are you using PVC pipe to route your cable? That is insane, but okay.
And quite honestly, I would prefer not to. However, it's one unified, accurate positional tracking system.
Were you eating potato chips before playing with your Index? It seems awfully greasy.
Which is nice for adding extra trackers. Lighthouse tracking breaks when objects get in the way, which I found.
That plastic looks a little too glossy when it should be matte. Okay, that's all I'm going to say.
A little easier
Maybe
to
he's
do
in an
by-
apartment. So he can't have he's installing PVC pipes. See it? Like he had to route the cable to mount the
headset.
the Index
There
base
are
station.
No lighthouses or controllers included with the Beyond.
Oh, I think he actually. You know what? Yeah, no. I think it is affixed to the PVC pipe. That
These
could be
separate
it.
purchases add significant costs to an already expensive headset. And I know what you're thinking. Aren't lighthouses dead? Valve announced the Steam Frame, which doesn't use lighthouse
Can't drill into the
tracking.
walls? Yeah,
There's
that's what I was
nothing
thinking.
wrong with using something you already have or can acquire at the time you need it. However, Valve's shift to focus is notable for the entire ecosystem, and the community is clearly interested in new solutions. Speaking of accessories, over $1,000 and no speakers included? I actually don't mind this. It offers a
How much is this thing? He's not said the price. I said because of all the custom shit, it's probably close to $2,000. He said over $1,000.
degree of modularity. The Beyond's accessories are quite expensive though, so I understand the frustration. I ended up just opting for a $19 pair of wired Apple EarPods instead.
What, like $1,200 headset goes for the shitty headphones?
They're super lightweight, decent quality, and run right off of the Beyond's accessory.
We do furry stuff now. This was the only review for this headset that I wanted to watch. Our other options were like Linus Tech Tips. What were our other options? Linus Tech Tips. But this fucking guy. And I mean, I guess Thrill Seeker's okay. But I don't think this is a hands-on video. There's not a whole lot of hands-on footage. Most of it is like B-roll and like clips from in. Or no, I don't think he has it. I think he's just like talking about the headset. I mean, this video could have worked too. Well, like of our options, I think this is like the best one.
USB port. Okay, fine. I just wanted to lay down without breaking the speakers off. Unlike speakers, the Beyond has a great microphone built right into the headset.
Has a great microphone. He says, as it sounds like he's taking my Taco Bell order.
I'm glad
$1,200. Ooh, that's
this
kind of
is built
steep.
in because positioning an external
That's cheaper
one
than I
is
thought it would
always
be.
a bit of a pain. This file is going right in the video. I did run into a few wind noises, the microphone, so I added windscreens. This will probably be overkill for most people. I just really don't like having those extra sounds. Before
Custom
going any
windscreen.
further, I need to explain technical issues I encountered. I first noticed flickering in the eye tracking cameras. Support had me troubleshoot and offered a new cable, which unfortunately didn't change much. Next was an RMA with a new cable and link box. This next cable and link
Considering you also need lighthouses, controllers, headphones. Yeah, all in, it's probably like 2K, close to it.
box were better, but I eventually noticed flickers here too. This is also
You just wanted to add furry ears? Bro, those are for the microphone. Those go like by your cheekbones.
Charging brick on the power cable. I saw that suggested by community members on Big Screen's Discord. I also mentioned crackling in the earbuds, but that later happened with headphones connected to the computer, so might have been just static. I'm not sure. After
Could have been
asking
your
Big
sound
Screen
card.
about similar cases, mentioning a booster to fix this, it turns out they are now including a booster in all new orders. When I first tried the booster, I got an error message. So I removed it and figured the flickering was just what I had to work with for now. Later, the screen started
Bro,
to
shout out to VR enthusiasts. I don't know how you put up with this shit. Like, just have jumping through like 30 different hoops so you can have a marginally lighter headset. Like, bro.
flash inverted
I
colors.
could never.
After sending this video to support, they sent me some instructions. And
What is going on? Why is this? It's just inverting.
Installing drivers. I already had the headset boxed up. What was ready to give it.
And ironically, this is such a thorough review. Yeah, I bet if we watch the Linus Tech Tips video, it's like an intro of him being like, this is the smallest, lightest VR headset ever. Now, here's a word from our sponsor. 2-minute long sponsor. He probably reads like 2 ad reads. All right, so the big screen. I'd rather watch this.
One last shot. I set everything up again, reinstalled, and it actually worked. The camera feed seems stable. After redoing setup and enabling DFR, the cameras stopped being detected. Again. Probably gonna have to RMA the whole headset. So, support was friendly. They offered to replace my headset and even overlooked the janky windscreen. Still, just in case, I got the eye tracking working well enough for a time to give my impressions. If you see the rare flicker, now you know
Yeah,
why.
it doesn't
may have
look
been a
great.
poorly run
It
at
looks
first.
okay.
Still, not a tester's unit to my knowledge. This thing has been really sensitive to my setup for whatever reason. Big Screen considers their eye tracking software a beta, so things are subject to change.
Yeah, it
I'll
looks
note
a
any major
little bit
updates.
off.
Again, just take this as my experience.
See, like it
and
kind of jumps
impressions.
around a little bit.
All right, I didn't record my main voiceover with the eye tracking on. This is how I got it working in Resonite, although I will include some clips of the game it was made for. The Beyond 2E features 2 tiny image sensors. These function as cameras to track your eyes. Big Screen's eye tracking relies on an AI model. I know AI is the buzzword, but it's not unheard of for this use case. What is unusual is the online enrollment process required to use Big Screen's
You have to fucking make an account to use the eye tracking?
eye tracking software. This involves capturing images of your eye staring at a dot while rotating your head. You also need a token to access the online enrollment. Afterwards, the model is downloaded and
Miho.
runs on your GPU. I'm aware of future plans, but the headset is shipping now, so I consider this an asterisk. Anyways, the tracking currently supports gaze and a simple combined blink animation. This is technically compatible with VRChat's OSC eye tracking. There is a VR CFT module. This is where they could add
Of
more
course,
features.
and upload footage of your eyeballs to their servers. Yeah, so they can use your data to train the AI on. Oh,
But
mijo.
for now, it might help with avatar compatibility. I noted
Mi
that once the
hombre.
model is trained, you really need to wear the headset the same way. I frequently loosen the
You'll
strap.
be paying
to
an
deal with
oxygen
some of the heat
subscription
buildup.
before long,
Moving
considering
the
how
headset
things are
can
going.
result in
Yeah.
the eye tracking being slightly off from where it should be. Big Screen made an alignment helper tool that I did not get a chance to try out. It involves physically readjusting your headset. So, the good news is something basic is there. I just know in the context of social VR, people are going to compare this to full face tracking headsets, and it's not the same. I think
Yeah, it
there's
seems a
work
bit
to be done,
mediocre.
not just in features, but more importantly, making this a consistent and seamless experience. I'm okay with things I can tweak once and forget, but this is one of those features I want to work without much hassle. On a positive note, Big Screen managed to pass through the eye tracking data to some games that support DFR. I'm not expecting that in any social VR game soon, but I am glad this is getting some attention in the PC VR
Okay.
space. The Beyond
Is that
TV's
it?
eye tracking cameras are open.
I think we're done with this video. Ah. All right. Within the next 30 minutes, they should announce it. Meanwhile, you can get a PSVR 2 for $300 and has way better eye tracking, clearer image, better contrast, 6 times more brightness, no fan noise, and comes with better controllers. Counterpoint, yeah, you can only play PSVR games. And that does not include hot dogs, horseshoes, and hand grenades. So, what now? What now? You got nothing to say to that? You're not going to be able to play the upcoming H3 VR2. Oh, they work on PC? Oh, I didn't know you could play PS. You use the PSVR 2 on PC. That's interesting. I didn't know that. Sony has a driver on Steam? Really? I had no idea. Neat. I did not know that. Let me see. What's the most popular H3 VR2 short? Oh, look at this. Check this out.
Bullshoot 1-1.
What? Okay, it's bugged. Hold on. It's glitched. What the fuck? What is Hello? Popular.
Bullshoot 1-1.
Stop. This one.
Let's take our first look at bladed
Look at this
weapons
shit,
in
man.
VR2 with stabbing damage.
The technology.
Bladed weapons with a point can be stabbed into SOSICs.
Look
Once
at this.
stabbed, a physics joint activates, simulating friction to keep them stuck in place. The SOSIC takes
Look at
damage
that!
depending on how deeply
The
they are stabbed,
technology!
and will also start bleeding when the blade is removed, causing more damage over time.
It's got mustard
As
blood.
you can see, bladed damage creates permanent wounds on the SOSIG using the same technique as bullet holes. Blades can stab multiple
It's so
SOSIGs
sick!
at once, and one melee weapon can also have multiple blades that stab independently, like this double-sided axe. Blade physics are not just restricted to SOSIGs'
Like, bro.
bodies. Clothing and
This game is going to be so sick. I cannot wait. I cannot wait. They got to announce the release date soon, dude. They have to. They got to just be waiting on the Steam frames being announced. That must be the big hang up. I think this is so funny because all this technology goes into hot dogs. I mean, yeah, might as well. I mean, the alternative is they have to invest a ton of resources making like shitty looking potato human models because getting good shading and rendering in VR is super expensive. I'd rather have like a weird enemy type with very well polished and fun mechanics than having like quote unquote realistic or immersive enemies or visuals. Look at this. This is the newest short. Variable intensity ejection. Check the ejection of these bullets. Look at this shit. So that one came out at a decent speed. It flew at the camera. Loads in another. He opened that chamber real slow. So it just kind of fell out. Now look at this again. Opened it slow. Just the attention to detail. Boom, look at that. The attention to detail in this game. Oh, it's beautiful. Look at this. USAS 12 recoil rate of fire test. Check it. Check it. Check it. Look. 12 gauge double up buck. Now check the slugs. 10-aught slugs. Did you notice a difference? You guys catch that? Let's do it one more time. Look at that! The physics! The variable fire rate based on the cartridge, bro. It's crazy. Are you American? Do I sound like I'm from South Africa? I might be American. What else do we got? H3 VR2 is going way too hard on firearm realism. It's just a video of him in H3 VR1 talking about the game. H3 VR Home Invasion. A flamethrower? Okay. I'm working on H3 VR2. Get it, dude. Did I need more H3 VR2 content, bro? Oh my goodness. Americans love guns. Fun fact, I think in an ideal world, there would be more regulations on firearms. But that doesn't mean I don't think they can be cool. And that I don't want to have them. They're pretty dope. They're pretty dope. But I do think, I do also believe heavy in like firearm safety and creating a big safety culture around guns and like treating them with respect. And that does not exist in America, unfortunately, largely. Like I don't know. Again, I don't want to get into mainstream politics, but it is kind of gross how guns are treated largely in this country. Stop using AI in your thumbnails. This is a W, by the way. You guys should not be using AI in your thumbnails. It looks super sloppy. Come on, we need something to pass it. We need like 10 minutes of content. And we'll see if the Steam frame pops. Okay, this unrelated game. Tower Lab. What the hell is this? Is this just like an isometric tower defense game? It looks okay. Coming soon to early access. I don't think it's quite my type of game. Quest 3 versus Quest 3S. Oh, is there a new Quest 3 model? Oh, it says a year ago. I didn't even know the Quest 3S was a thing. Yeah, Vincent. I don't want to get too much into political discussion, but it's... I'd prefer to not get into it. Is VR finally good now? It's a 40-minute video. There's no way we're watching all this. Holy loud.
What a delightful experience that was. Jarvis, another one, if you could.
What the fuck is this?
Oh, hello.
Yeah, that's a way you can start off your YouTube video.
I couldn't see.
Glorp's a radical centrist. No, mijo. No, like, again, I don't want to get into politics, not because I don't have strong political convictions. I want it because, like, I want the stream to be a positive, like, if there's people in the comments being, like, chuddy, that I do execute a chatter. If they can reasonably have a discussion, I'll keep them around for a little bit. But I'm not a centrist now. And I will not tolerate any, how do I phrase this? Any unreasonable takes. I don't know. I don't know, man. Like, you can either, like, view what's going on right now in the US with objectivity, or you can view it within the lens of, you know, what you got going on. Glorp's a public figure, can't afford to have an opinion. It's not even that. It's not even that. It's that I want this stream to be a more positive space where there's not, like, political discussion going on. I know politics are important, and I encourage everybody to be politically active, except if you disagree with my politics, which I can generally kind of glean by a vibe check. But I just don't want that to be what this space is. Like, the reason why I avoid political discussion is because the current state of the world is super depressing. It is just, it's fucking grim, dude.
Inside the metaverse. You see, we live in the future now, and I really hoped it would be a little better than this. I don't think it's a particularly bold opinion to say that virtual reality is kind of cool. And yet the average VR headset is more busy collecting dust than it is serving as a medium for unique, transformative experiences that...
There's like a handful of, like, VR, the VR niche is so small, the people who love it, but a lot of people just have a VR headset and don't really ever touch it.
Inevitably end in somebody's parents dive bombing their expensive TV.
So again, have a space where politics doesn't seep into it, literally ingrains itself in every other aspect of our lives. Yeah, like, politics are important, and, like, technically speaking, everything is political. I just don't want this stream specifically to be a platform for, like, current day political discussion, just for the sake of having a space where you can just, like, chill out, vibe out.
In fact, I'd bet for a lot of you this is...
Want to take a break from the ads type
one of
shit?
the only things you know about modern...
Bro, what? What is this clip? I was not expecting that.
In fact, I'd bet for a lot of you this is one of the only things you know about.
Like, how do you end up doing this? Like, why did they do that? Yeah, like, why would they do that? VR is too immersive for it? Yeah, what makes someone do this? Yeah, like, what the fuck? Yeah, it wasn't even just like she slipped, like lost her balance or whatever. It's like she fucking swan dives. Look at her arms, dog. What is this? Their feet.
Modern VR.
Like, fucking why? It's so funny. What could she be doing in VR to justify this? Yeah, like, oh my goodness.
It's really good at putting the boom in Baby Boomer.
Okay, yeah, this is what I'm talking about. Like, if you haven't been exposed to a whole lot of technology, I can understand something like this. Like, you lose balance. Like, you should not be like, people's first VR game should not be the one where you like walk the fucking tight plank over the cityscape. Those are awful because that can lead to stuff like this. But like, what happens to make somebody do this?
Modern VR.
Like, what?
It's really good at putting the boom in Baby Boomer. A truly nostalgic experience for anybody that grew up in the Wii Sports era. If you've ever Actually, wait, can I get another one?
Oh.
If you've ever
maybe this is what the lady was doing. Maybe it is that plank over the city game. But even then, if you think you're walking a plank over city, why do you why do you swan dive? Like, are they like they have to be clip farming, dude. There's no way. Current VR is just so lame. A dirty little screen in front of my eyes. Where's the thing that plugs into my brain and overrides my optics center? That's coming. That's called Neuralink, bro.
If you've ever
We're all gonna have one of those soon
reality
enough.
for yourself, you gotta admit it was pretty cool, right?
We make
but I
it
think we
that
can
way.
all agree that
No, that's not
being
gonna
cool
happen.
isn't enough these days.
I don't know what's going on with the brain implant stuff, but that is kind of spooky. I don't want to have like brain surgery to get a. Something's weird about it. I don't know.
I've got about 10 different ways.
Dude, what is going on? What is disconnecting? Hold on. Devices. What is disconnecting right now? I'm going to lose it. Okay, stop. Device. Your USB device. USB settings. What is that? What is unplugging and plugging in? What is going on?
Ways to play
Okay,
thousands
the sound has
of
stopped.
different games,
Hopefully,
so it's going to have
we're
to be
good.
pretty compelling to get me interested enough to stand up and waggle my arms around. And judging by the numbers, I don't really think I'm alone there. This puts VR in a bit of a paradoxical position. Most video game publishers are either unable or unwilling to give studios the resources.
Miho, what is connecting right now? Remove device. I think I found it. Okay, hopefully that fixes it. Oh, okay, we should be good. Stop. Okay.
They need for a real big budget AAA blockbuster that'll get.
The problem is there's not a big enough market in VR to do that and justify that kind of funding. Like, Valve would have made another big VR game if Alex was a big profit generator. It just wasn't.
Everybody excited enough to finally buy
Like,
an
I think
expensive
I'm almost
VR.
certain Alex profited, right? But I feel like the general reception of Half-Life Alex was kind of mid. I never beat Half-Life Alex. I've played like maybe an hour of it at most, but it's just not my type of game. But it's like the closest there is to like a big budget VR game. Alex was free with the headset? Yeah, that too.
Our headset. Their reasoning is that
What's up,
there
Lunch
aren't
Cubes?
enough players to buy that
What's
kind
good?
of game, which is the reason there aren't enough players, because there aren't enough games to.
I don't think it's because there's not enough games. I think there's not enough players because headsets are expensive. They're a bit niche. It's a bit of, like, VR is a bit of a gimmick. And I'm saying this as somebody who likes VR. Headsets and hardware is too expensive. Yeah. You kind of, like, for the best VR experience, you need a dedicated, expensive gaming PC and then a nice headset, which is just a huge cost of entry barrier for anybody who isn't in the enthusiast tier. Like, if you're a casual gamer, buying an Xbox and doing your, like, monthly Xbox Live payment is, like, plenty enough. Like, they put a couple hours in and the weekends. But, like, we're talking like an investment of like thousands of dollars before you can even get to this point. This is a big ask for a large audience, right?
Draw them in with, and you can kind of see what the problem is here. I bought the original Oculus Rift back in 2017, and I've been engaging with the medium in some...
My first headset was the Rift S, bro. Shout out the Rift S. I think I got a used one on eBay for like $200, and that was my VR headset for a few years. Dude, for like $200, it was like the Rift S was like the budget king of VR. I don't know if anybody still uses that thing. The Rift S has to be like over a decade old now, easily.
Some form or another for even longer. But even though...
You guys remember when Oculus existed? It's been a minute.
Though I'd consider myself an enthusiast for the technology, I've probably spent more time playing Satisfactory in the past 6 months than I have every VR game in the past 10 years combined. Please don't judge me. That's not because I don't like VR, quite the opposite. It's just that along those 10 years, I've watched the medium very slowly improve, followed by a rapid, painful decline into what it is today. And we can actually pinpoint the precise beginning of that.
I like this guy's style. I like this production quality. This is fire. Little like animatics animation thing.
That decline to a very specific, monumentally stupid decision.
Oh, bro. The metaverse.
Why did they?
Dude, what is plugging and unplugging right now? I'm gonna go insane. There's a USB device gone rogue on my computer.
Do this.
Stop! What is doing that? That better be the last time.
I generally try to keep things positive on this channel, but it's almost impossible to talk about the current state of VR without dunking on Mark Zuckerberg. I mean, making fun of him. Talking about making fun of him. Oh. Hey, Ad Hoc. What's up?
Nothing.
Oh.
What is this segment?
Did you have anything to...
Anything to add? Probably not.
Well, I'm just gonna get back to it then.
Cool, sounds good.
I'll admit, I'm not particularly fond of that Mark Zuckerberg guy, but I have to commend him for turning Meta's VR division, Reality Labs, into the single greatest example of the sunk cost fallacy the world has ever seen. And sure, maybe I'm just a hater, but who isn't these days? Since its inception in 2013, Reality Labs has lost over $8 billion on...
It's $80 billion.
Sorry.
Oh my god! Is that a child? I'm guessing. Maybe he had his kid voice over this character.
18
No, 80. 80.
80? 80 billion?
That's an insane amount of money to be losing. Oh my goodness. The hombre. 80 billion. Dude, imagine all of the amazing generative things you could do in the world with $80 billion, and all we got was a shitty VR chat clone that did less than VR chat.
$1 billion? What?
Like the amount of it's not fraud or embezzlement because it's like fraud, like they didn't use like government grants or whatever, but like the amount of mismanagement. How many bungees is that? 6 or 7 at least. No, that's like 10 of them, right? That like Sony bought them for $8 billion, right? Wasn't that the number?
What could they have
like $9 billion?
possibly spent?
We're going to talk about the metaverse. Metaverse.
Meanwhile, people in my country die because they split the pills when they need to live into 3.6 billion? Okay, well, there you go then.
Metaverse.
So about 20, 30 bungees. 25.
Here's a quick question, and be honest. Can you confidently say you know what the metaverse even is? I asked my audience that question with a community poll on YouTube, and I was...
My understanding of the metaverse was... It was like an idea... Like, it was moving Facebook into like a VR type-ish platform where they wanted to merge the concept of your real identity and work and shit into VR. But there's no advantage of doing that. So people didn't do that. As far as like augmented reality maybe has some application in the workplace, but virtual reality outside of like a gaming sort of application doesn't feel like there's much there. Metaverse is a VR internet that only Facebook controls. Imagine Ready Player One, but the bad guys won. Yeah, imagine Ready Player One, but the virtual reality wasn't fun at all. Or like there's nothing to do.
Legitimately shocked at the results. Nearly 80% of people said no. For an advertising company, they sure are terrible at marketing. So I guess it's up to me, resident some guy. The first thing I should probably clarify is that Meta does not have a commercial product called the Metaverse. Yeah. They have no idea what they're doing, do they?
What? Okay, so it's not called the Metaverse, but what is the VR thing that they had that you could download and spawn in? There's like fucking poker cards or whatever. How much copium should I have right now? All right, well, it is currently 10:10 Pacific. Any minute now, within the next 20 minutes, they should announce it. I'm currently refreshing the Steam hardware announcements. Within the next 20 minutes, it will be announced if it's going to be announced today. If there is going to be a Steam frame today, it will be in the next 20 minutes. I will be refreshing this on the side as we continue watching.
It's been marketed rather poorly as a vague new kind of internet thing. The actual product they've been working on is a piece of software called Horizon Worlds. It's less of a video game and more
Horizon
of a
Worlds.
platform. Users can create and share their own custom world.
Is that a fucking... It's Skibbity Toilet. It's Skibbity Toilet, dude. Oh my god. It wasn't Skibbity Toilet. Like, I feel like the metaverse had already been on its way out for years by the time Skibbity Toilet became a thing. Am I crazy for saying that?
And more of a platform. Users can create and share their own custom worlds using Meta's built-in toolset, and there's a small but passionate group of people who put a lot of work into making some, honestly, pretty impressive stuff. Well, okay, it's impressive that they were able to build something functional with the extremely limited tools they have access to. Think of it as a very poorly made VR version of Roblox, but without all the child exploitation.
Bro.
Take one of the boats to Epstein Island.
Okay, bro, what? Facebook allowed this shit?
Okay.
Oh no. Not because they're doing anything to stop it, but because there are no exploitable children to be found. Or adults. And I think that's a bit of a shame. Not about the child exploitation thing, but the fact that they've been working on this project for years and nobody really cares anymore. So, setting aside my personal biases...
I mean, there's just like no market for it. It's just a worse version of VR chat, right?
I think it's time we take a look at what's on the horizon for Horizon... Oh. Okay, yeah, that...
Is that AI? Meta Horizon Worlds on MetaQuest is being discontinued. I can't talk. Discontinued. Starting the June 15th, no longer be able to build, publish, or update VR worlds. Ooh.
Makes sense. Well, then, that sort of changes things. Okay. So it's not shutting down, then? They have no idea what they're doing, do they? Meta has been the undisputed industry leader for VR over the past decade, at least as far as the number of users are concerned. They've sold over 20 million Quest headsets since the launch of the original Oculus Quest in 2019. But the main thing they're known for is Facebook and Instagram. They are primarily a social media company, with all the baggage that title includes. Their current flagship headset, the Meta Quest 3, is a pretty incredible value compared to other VR offerings.
Yeah, the Quest, like, if you want a VR headset and you don't have a ton of money, the Quest is kind of your only option.
I mean, it's cheap. Starting at...
It's because it monetizes your personal information. But if you need a VR headset, that's the way to do
you
it.
could buy a Nintendo Switch 2 for slightly less, or a PlayStation 5 for about the same price.
Ooh!
Wait, the PS5 got more expensive? Again? Okay, so the base Quest 3 is slightly...
Okay, alright, we get it. Chat. I'll give it 15 minutes. I will give it 15 minutes. I will give them 15 minutes to launch this. Or I call it. Regardless of whether or not they launch the Steam frame within the next 15 minutes. We will play Peak later today at about 1 p.m. Pacific. We will be back. When am I tapping in a deadlock? Never. I tried it once before and I didn't like it. It's just not my type of game. Holy loud. Can't wait for Peak. Yeah, it should be fun. Bam said he's going to be playing, right? Hold on. Yeah. Bam said he's going to be playing. We will be back later. Whether or not they launch in the next 15 minutes, we'll see. Might be over, Chief. I'm losing hope. They have 15 minutes. Let me see. Steam controllers here. 10:07 Pacific. 10:04 Pacific. Oh. I thought one of them was like closer to 20. Yeah, I think it might be over. You know what? I'll give them 5 minutes because I do have to finish editing my video so I can get some posted today. Yeah, I think it's toasted. I don't think we're getting one. I don't think we're getting the Steam frame chat. Bam hasn't posted the stream schedule. Bro, I got my fucking stream schedule commission back. Can I show it? Do I have like... Oh, fuck. Okay, I only have... Hold on. Can I just see the preview that I got sent on VGen? I have the Photoshop document that I can edit. I don't have any PNGs off rip that I can show. Check this out. What the fuck? Can't save here? Put in another location. Save. Check it. Check it. New schedule. Or not new schedule. I never had a schedule before. Look at that. We're going to be posting this weekly. VGen is awesome? Yeah. What's up, Cabby Patty? What's good? Yeah, we have a stream schedule. I just didn't post it yesterday. But we will be doing that. We will be hitting that. For sure. And also, new banner. I don't know if you guys have seen yet, but we got the Twitch banner. Look at that. We got the Twitch banner. We got the X banner. And we got the YouTube banner. I think the banner is fire. I really like the banner. Look at that. Look at the detail. It's got like a little glowy halo on the ring. It's pretty good. All right, let's hit another refresh. Yeah, it's not happening. It's not happening. Maybe next week. If it's not next week, I think they're never going to release it. If they don't drop the Steam frame next week, I think it's over for real. I think they're like there's the heat death of the universe is going to happen before we get the Steam frame if it's not out next week. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching. We will be back in how long? Like 3.5-ish hours, roughly. 3 hours, 45 minutes. We will be back. Okay, stay tuned. We'll be back with Peak. Let me change my title. Okay. We'll be back. Let's hit a raid. Let's hit a raid. Who are we raiding? Who are we raiding? Ship them to America because there's no more EPA, so it's a cheap place to bury abandoned trash. Yeah. I think we raid Chloe. Go show Chloe some love, guys. I'll see you in a few hours. Stay tuned for the War Dogs video. War Dogs video should be uploaded today. Probably It might be after I go live again, though. It depends on how long it'll take to process. All right. Wish I could listen up. See you guys later. Bye-bye.